With great beer and even better conversations. Welcome to Mind Hops, the podcast with more dad jokes than you can shake an angry fist at.
Sweet Lord, Martha, it's one of those bags again.
Don't step on it, Ted.
It's poop again. I'll get you damn kids for this.
Broadcasting around the world from Ocala, Florida, here are your hosts, Trenton Summers and Jack Brennan.
Welcome to Mind Hops, episode 9. I guess.
Are we up to 9?
Yeah, technically it's 8 because we got this one in the bank, I guess. But
in the bank, yeah.
To you guys, it's episode 9.
Time jump, guys.
Anyways, today
Quantum leap.
We have the C of hitting it raw, Mr. C-Raww over here.
Oh, yeah.
He is a self-proclaimed artist. Actually, I proclaim him an artist as well. I think
I do too.
All of us do.
I've listened to some of his music.
We've been at this table since last Tuesday. I think my muscles have atrophied by now. And
this is the 2 Tuesdays from the last Tuesday that you last heard us.
You just completely mind-fucked me.
Yeah.
Is this the Inception
Mind
episode?
Fucks. It's actually, that's our next
hops.
thing. Yeah.
Mind hops to the next fucking week.
Better hurry up and secure that name for someone trademarks it.
That was it's probably on Pornhub somewhere.
Anyway,
Mind fucks.
C, it's your microphone. Go ahead and hit it raw.
Yeah. He is.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome.
I mean, that was a raw open. You told
That
me to
was
hit it raw.
very raw.
Nice.
Yeah. There is some sort of a condom type device on the end of the microphone, so it's not really raw.
Hopefully you're not using 2 because I heard 2 increases the rate it might rip.
It might rip, yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I think so. I mean,
I don't know.
I've never
either.
tried it out before.
I've never used one of those things. What are those for?
What is a condom? Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard people just.
Is that like mustard? I don't fucking like mustard.
I actually love mustard.
You
I will actually eat mustard.
If I'm being straight up, I've never had mustard.
No way.
I've had honey mustard, but not like
Okay, I feel like you've definitely eaten a burger or something with.
not with mustard on it.
Never? Nobody's ever like.
That ruins a fucking burger. You put bacon and barbecue
Somebody
sauce
has
on
roofied you with. I'm telling you, you've eaten one without realizing. it.
I haven't been roofied, but I blacked out a couple times. Maybe I ate some
From the
then.
mustard.
the mustard was so
yellow
good.
mustard.
I'm gonna black out
MIB.
tonight, and I'm gonna wake up with mustard stains all over my clothes and face.
You had the MIB like mind blank. You just forgot what They gave you a new story. You've never had mustard before. You hate this.
Are we just gonna keep playing off of our fucking name? Mind hops, mind blank.
No, MIB.
Mind fucks.
Men in Black. You never seen Men in Black?
Yeah, I've seen Men in Black.
Mind mustard.
They got the little pen device thing that shoots up and it shoots
I know what you
away
meant. I
and
just
forget.
thought
Okay.
it was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
It's a good time.
But you've never had mustard and you hate it. How was that? How do you have an
Oh,
opinion
this
on
is where we're taking off here.
There's no way he hasn't. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he has.
I'm telling
Mustard, pickles, mayonnaise. Never had.
He's never had a pickle.
Never had a
tacos.
fucking pickle.
You just eating burgers
Okay,
with
okay.
bread?
Tacos are a little weird one for me. I've never had like a real taco. I guess I'd have a quesadilla. I haven't had a burrito. That's for damn sure.
Okay, I thought I was going to go back to porn.
I've had a
but I'm glad
breakfast
you
burrito, but not a-
quantified that for me.
Porn,
Tacos.
taco porn.
Yeah, I mean,
Pickles.
people call something a taco. That's okay. Well, we won't go back to that. Okay.
Anyways, if I smell something and it doesn't smell appetizing to me,
Like a fish taco? I've never had a fish taco before.
I try to stay away from the fish tacos. To be honest with you, I mean,
I've had chicken tacos, I think, once before. Seems weird.
Chicken tacos?
Yeah. Yeah, they have
It's just tacos with chicken in it, right?
Yeah, it's not really a taco at that point.
What-
It's
what-
Chicken's good. Taco's good.
what does a
is it-
taco usually have in it?
ground beef.
Yeah.
Chupacabra? Like
Is that a dad joke? You're
No,
way
I'm
too early to
actually-
be going dad
End
joke.
of
that was
the
a
episode,
joke.
buddy.
It was a joke. It wasn't a dad.
End of the episode.
Yeah, save it for the end.
Yeah, I got a better
Man,
one. Save it up. So.
Save it, man.
Does that concept work though? Like chicken and tacos. Chicken's good, taco's good. So obviously a chicken taco should be good.
I don't
so if you take
think
2 or
that
3
concept
things
does work,
that
though.
are guaranteed to be good, I
Right.
don't think it's always like
I don't think so.
putting them together.
I'm not a culinary expert, but I feel like certain things just don't combine
I eat a lot of
appropriately.
food, but not tacos. So
That's sad. I feel sad for you.
Actually, when I go to Taco Bell, I get like a Baja Blast and like cinnamon twist. But I haven't been to Taco Bell in probably 8 or 9 years.
I cannot
so.
believe this man has been. He goes to. He says when
I've been,
when
it's
I
like,
go to Taco
it's
Bell.
only when my friends want to go. And
This
like I
man
said, it's
has
like 8 or
never-
9 years ago. Okay.
This man has never had a taco, and he can say that when I go to Taco Bell. like
It's not like a thing I do. It's not once a week
drunk-
my Taco Bell trip.
You've never been drunk and then just showed up at a Taco Bell?
I've never been drunk. What's beer?
Shut up. Shut up.
I swear to drunk, I'm not God.
I think the only person at this table that is qualified to say they've never been drunk is Christian here. C-Raww.
Yes.
And why is that? Do you get?
Yeah. What do you
I don't-
stay away
so-
from taco or beer for the same reason I stay away
Listen,
from
I don't.
tacos?
I don't want to go too far into your personal life, like
good.
we did with Luke and his.
Yeesh.
Oh
about
shit!
the beer
I gotta-
bottle in your butthole, but
Sorry guys, I gotta edit that out. I totally didn't know. I fucked
Yo,
up again.
Wait,
I talked about Luke's.
you brought up Luke's.
Yeesh.
Oh shit! Now I gotta edit that too.
Oh,
Stop.
Jesus.
Just stop. What time are we at here now?
Gonna be up till 2 a.m.
Yeesh.
Crap,
A
sorry.
little bit after 5 minutes in. For future trend, that's
of
not
a
gonna
bitch.
hear this edit because then I gotta listen to it to get to that point. Making notes right now. Yeah. So anyway, if you're comfortable talking about why you haven't drank or
So-
you don't drink,
I'm not against drinking. I am religious, but I don't think it's a sin, But personally, for me, I have a lot of anxiety problems, even with my past, and to this
Right.
day, my everyday struggle is trying to not let my anxiety kind of take control of me. I guess you could say I've had a lot of panic attacks when I was younger, and the whole essence of when you drink and you smoke and stuff, it's that losing of control that is my biggest fear and my biggest thing with my anxiety. So that is a big no for me trying to avoid my anxiety every day, because the minute I lose control, I start to freak out basically.
Yeah.
Even when I was doing anesthesia for my wisdom teeth, I
So-
wasn't cool with that.
So was
Makes
there
sense.
an event that kind of led to this, or have you just
Was it your
ultimately decided from the beginning?
It was just I feel like this is one of those things maybe you could dig into my family and my childhood, and
Right,
there's probably some things that
Connection
could lead to me having anxiety where I'm
I could see
afraid of
that.
dying. I have kind of like a hypochondria.
yeah.
But to be honest with you, I'm very self-aware that I have these issues, so
Yeah.
I make sure I put it in my complete power to not look like a weirdo on the
So
daily basis.
your best friends are Chip, Penny, and used napkin, of course.
basically to
There's
say yes.
the hidden SpongeBob reference. in the show.
That was hidden beyond me because
I actually got
I'm
that
old.
reference.
You never saw the episode where the gorilla
No.
ripped him in half, and then
I
the
did
zebra
not.
came up and.
I've seen.
You're probably
I've
thinking I'm
heard-
making this up right now, but I'm really not.
I
Like,
have
this is
heard of the
actually-
square sponge named Bob before. I've
Yeah.
seen a few episodes. But
Have you
I'm
tried
not
'em?
familiar.
How do you know you don't like him if you haven't tried him?
I have. I've seen them before. Just not that specific episode.
Did you taste him though?
What are
Did
you
you-
drinking, by the way? You haven't told us what you're drinking. It's
Everything for one.
well, specifically in your hand
Specifically
right now.
in my hand right
Yeah.
now is Michelob Amber Bock.
Okay.
My parents made a drink with it. I think Baby Guinness's. I could be wrong about that.
Baby Guinness.
Baby Guinness, something like that. It's a shot. But
Why-
they were making.
Why are you drinking the baby?
No,
Wait till
they
get
made a
mature.
beer cheese with it because they had fondue for Easter, and they had I think 9 extra ones. So they're like, "You want to try Amber Bock?" And I was like, "Yeah," and it was pretty good. So this
Beer
is the last
cheese?
one left.
Beer cheese?
You ever had beer cheese before? You
I've
ever had
never-
fondue?
I've never had beer cheese.
Beer cheese is delicious, man.
I've heard of fondue. It's the rich man's cheese, right?
You just dip
You
stuff
dip
in
things
it.
in it. You spear things.
Chocolate fondue is the fat man's.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Not cheese, but
Yeah.
fat man's dessert, I guess.
What
I don't
are
know.
you sipping on right here? C-Raww.
So-
You have a nice crisp.
I got a
Spice
Sprite
water?
with me.
Spicy
I got
water?
You could say that, yes. You
Yeah.
could say that. So I got water and Sprite.
It's not the.
So you got normal water and you got spicy
That's
water.
quite a mixed drink right there. It's
Yeah.
almost like lean, except you're missing the liquor.
I need the Jolly Ranchers and the promethazine. Don't ask why I know exactly what I need, please.
So I don't really have a smooth segue into this, but
Yeah.
me and Jack were talking off air about something the other day, and it kind of triggered something.
Is
about,
this that fucking topic?
No, not that one. We're
No.
Keeping in
that one
mind,
for later.
I don't know what topic this is.
So it reminded me of something with you. I've known C-Raww here for a little while. I'd say.
By the way, my name is Christian Bradley.
Christian,
Just
yeah,
in case
yeah,
they
yeah.
never ever mention
Christian
my
Bradley.
name.
I forgot his name. I only know him as C-Raww now.
yeah,
We need
So-
the audience to connect the two, because without
okay.
the other version,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kind of nothing. So
All right, so Christian, I've known Christian
It's like Hannah Montana
as
and Miley
Christian.
Cyrus.
Yeah, I've actually not known the C-Raww part, mostly the Christian part. I just want to sound cool. Since I've known you, you've not been a person that speaks foul language very often, in my presence anyway. I've not heard you say much foul language.
Oh, so this is that fucking topic.
Sure. Yeah. So I was gonna talk. Me and Jack here were talking about. He said that him and his father still have this relationship. You're a pretty young fellow, right?
I'm 22. Yeah.
22, where he doesn't use foul language around his father, and his father doesn't really do it around him. And
But we both know that each other,
Right.
uses profanity. So.
Yeah, and it reminded me of my long since childhood because I'm an old man here. We won't mention dates, but there might be stone tablets on the wall somewhere. But I remember when I think I was probably like 17 or 18. There was that weird situation, transitional period where I was at high school and I would cuss around my friends and stuff, but I would never. And my mom and my aunt would cuss.
You don't walk home and look at the sink and go, what the fuck are all these dishes doing here?
But I was always very. I don't know if it was a respect.
Who the hell ate my cosmic brownie?
Right. I think it was partially respect. I don't know what the underlying tone was, but there was that threshold I had to cross eventually where it's like I could cuss around my mom and it was cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it was never something easy to. And I remember at the time having anxiety about it, like being around my mom and my aunt. They would drink some beers and they'd be bullshitting around the whatever, and then I'd hear them say they cussed around me, But there was that point. I can't remember the definite point, but there was probably around 18 when I got to where I could actually cuss around them. And I'm not like a potty mouth. I'm not a sailor. I don't run around, and I don't know where that came from. By the way, I guess sailor mouth.
No,
I guess they cussed a lot. They had a terrible life. They're drinking.
They're
drinking
sailors.
seawater.
They didn't really have allegiance to anybody. They didn't really have families or anything. Probably, so they
had no.
They're probably pretty cutthroat.
Yeah,
don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that's how I see a sailor most of the time. I think that's where that came from, kind of. Yeah. I don't know exactly. I know sailing is where insurance came from.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting.
Was there
one.
A lizard?
There were no lizards. There were no lizards.
To the pirates because they're too dumb?
Would you like 15% off or more on your cannonballs?
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I thought I would talk to you about that because I've never heard. Is that something, or is that?
This is actually going to be a very interesting response. So, okay. I would possibly argue that I was one of the worst cursors ever. Yeah.
Okay.
So you probably just don't remember because this is good to me because I have stopped cursing for about a year. Now I can say a curse word on demand now, which is
on demand.
So it means more. I can say it
OnStar,
but not accidentally slip one out now. I've gone without it for so long. So basically,
so you use cuss words to like sentence enhancers.
Yeah, basically, I'll use them sometimes as kind of like a joke.
Yeah,
but
I got it.
I don't curse.
Do you use like the full curse, or you say like F? The F word.
Yeah, usually I'll cut it short.
I think I might have heard you say F or something like that, but I've never heard you say a full curse word.
So basically,
before.
my parents don't curse.
Okay.
They raised me, not to like curse and stuff like that. And I have a pretty strong Christian household. Mm. And as I got older and I went to like middle school.
Well, you lived in that household, so
it had to be a Christian household.
That is true. Yes,
it's pretty strong. This guy,
figuratively.
Just to let you guys know, he he went to the gym before coming to the show tonight. So
as did I.
Well, we're talking about
C-Raww.
We're talking about strong Christians over here.
Actually, I have a question. Real
Not
quick.
strong Jacks.
Do your parents drink at all?
No, my parents don't drink.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of figured. I was just curious. Because I've known people that they don't drink and then their parents do.
Or it could be the opposite, where your parents maybe they drink too much, or father or mother.
And I could see
and that's why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I've had a lot of friends who don't drink because they've seen what it's done to their parents.
Yeah. And to give you a little backstory about myself, I am comfortable cussing around my mom and my dad at this point, but my grandparents on my mom's side is a totally different story. I would never, ever say hell. The word hell would be like, I did that one time when I was maybe, I don't know, like 10 or 11, 12.
You tested the waters early.
No, it was totally accidentally. I was in a conversation. They live in Alabama, and we were staying over the summer. And
someone finished her milk. How the hell am I supposed to eat my Lucky Charms?
I was telling a story, and I was kind of in I was older than 12. I don't know why I said 12. I was probably like 17 or 18. And I was in a conversation because I don't know if you guys have family members where you're sitting around and you have a different vocabulary when you're around them. It's like you switch mindsets, you switch filters. That's the way it is with they're very Southern Baptist. And it's like that was not in my vocabulary at the time. But I got so into this story that I wasn't thinking. And I was trying to also like, tell the story, and I thought I would emphasize it. And I just slipped out my mouth and I said like hell. It wasn't even the F word. It was something like more mild. Well, it came out of my mouth, and I knew right after it happened, like, what I had done, and I was just looking around, and I was like, oh, yeah, I was horrified.
It's over, buddy.
I tried to, like, backpedal and, like, make up another word, but it was just, like, too late. And it was just, like, I just ran upstairs to my room, like, I'm not feeling good. So, guys, later,
Helicopter.
Guys. Yeah, but that's my backstory.
I used to curse a lot. And then it mostly started when I was in high school. My friends were cursing, and it just kind of, happened that way.
Pushed into you. I learned the word vagina in 5th grade because of one of my friends. My nickname in 5th grade was Vagina.
Just so you guys that don't curse, that's the worst curse word you can say, by the way. The worst thing you can call a female is a vagina.
Vagina? Oh.
Vagina, yeah.
Vagina, but it starts with a C.
Yeah, true.
No, but what actually got me to stop cursing was I've always kind of just wanted to stop just because, I don't know, man. I just always want to.
You can speak without it.
Yeah.
100%.
You can.
I just always, it's not really a lot of reasons. The things I do, I just wanted to stop. I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I feel like it makes me look less professional.
Less sophisticated.
You know what I mean?
More, yeah.
And I know the reasons that I started doing it was because of my friends. So when I think to the reason, some people curse.
Well, that kind of comes down to peer pressure in a way.
Yeah.
It does.
Honestly.
Drugs are the same way.
And alcohol, too.
Alcohol, cigarettes is a big thing. I know I'm not going to tell the story, but I know of people who have turned to tobacco or cigarettes from influences in high school, that was not a good decision for them.
So I just think like the reason I started cursing was because of my friends, when in reality I never really did. So I felt like it was a return to normal for me. And what happened was I went over to my friend's house, I think it was like a New Year's. Mm-hmm. And there was some his cousins were over, little kids or whatever, and they were cursing like up a storm.
Yeah.
And that was the night that I was like,
this felt
wrong. This felt wrong.
Like daggum, what are these kids doing?
I'm 21 and these kids are cursing more than me, and I was just like,
Well, you saw the connection probably. You saw them throwing words out because they thought it was cool, and they was like they were under that influence too, and you're like, that's.
And I'm cursing around them, and I'm thinking, like, this could be I don't think I was directly the reason they started cursing that night, but,
Actually, we could trace this back to Christian.
Some DNA
you could have
sampling,
ruined,
we can figure this out.
All right, 10 years from now, when these kids are in, going to see their therapist, they'll be listening to this episode and be like, yeah, it was that guy, C-Raww.
I'm cool with
I listen
cussing.
to his music. No, I'm kidding. His music doesn't have cursing in it.
I'm cool with when people cuss a lot if it sounds like natural. Like some people, they just kind of like that's really like their vocabulary. Like they just kind of grew up hearing that, and I can agree with that. It doesn't, it doesn't make cuss words better or anything. But I hate when I hear someone that like forces a cuss word.
Yeah.
That drives me insane. I'm like, you didn't have to add the F word in there. We all know you don't say these words.
They just keep using the same word. Effing F.
Like, for sure. And they just continue with it. Like they try to add it wherever they can.
I feel like a curse word could be useful in certain circumstances because it's like
it's an emphasis.
You're emphasizing something, but when you're using it over every sentence, it's like a power word almost. Like Freddy Krueger. You don't believe in Freddy Krueger. He's not going to kill you in your dreams. But like with curse words, when you're just using them over and over for nothing, it loses its power.
Yeah, if you don't curse at all and you're trying to tell someone something and you curse for the first time forever, you're like, okay, I think he means business.
It's like sugar. Look at what he said.
I think he means business.
I feel like those people that use them too much, what are they going to turn to?
Nothing.
Like a super curse word.
A super curse word.
I think they have to create super curse words.
What do you think the worst word is?
I think you mentioned it earlier without saying it.
I agree with that.
I think that's at least what most people believe is the worst curse word.
I gotta agree with that. But you know what's kind of funny is that word is like kind of common vocabulary across the ocean.
Yeah. That's another funny thing is that there's certain terminology across the ocean that does not mean the same things as over here. And they have actually pretty funny curse words, I will say. I know some people across the pond. I remember growing up actually playing Xbox. I met some guys.
This is a plug.
Yeah.
This is a sponsor here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Microsoft.
Send me that new Xbox. Whatever. What is it?
Please. I don't want the Xbox. Give me the PS5.
Series X or something? What is that?
Oh, by the way, audience, Christian has the brand new PS5.
I do.
He worked very hard to get it, and I am very jealous because I have worked very hard, and I still don't have one.
That very night, man, I'm telling you. Sony said that the pre-orders would go live the very next day. And I saw some people on Twitter were saying, like, They might go live tonight, but Sony said don't worry about it because tomorrow they're going to go live. So next thing you know, I stayed up because these Twitter accounts were saying, no, the retailers are not going to listen. They're going to put it up tonight. Stayed up till like 2 a.m. and freaking Amazon put it up, and I got it like no problem.
Oh,
and ever since then,
man, that's so insane to me.
It is.
I stayed up. I knew what I was doing, man. Because I'm telling you, if I wouldn't have got it that night, I wouldn't have got it at all. Like,
that's crazy.
Unless I would have had to pay like a scalper. Like
I still haven't got it. I'm not paying over retail. No chance.
I wouldn't. Either.
Do not pay over retail. Do not give the scalpers power.
No.
I have realized lately though, scalpers are trying to charge like almost $2,000 for some of them.
Yeah.
But lately it's going down to like $600.
They have to because they know
they're losing money now.
People are not giving in. It's the whole scalping thing became so popular with the PlayStation thing. A lot of people are actually just not doing it because they're really mad about it. Like it blew up.
I was so pissed off, and I still am.
I'm glad about that.
Fortunately, I have a PS4 Pro, so it's like the upper version of it, and it works pretty good for the games I want to play. But
what are the games you want to play?
The games, okay, so games I haven't gotten because I want to play them on the PS5 is
Spider-Man.
Assassin's Creed. Miles Morales. That was about to say that's my favorite one. I want to play so bad because I love the Spider-Man that came out in 2018.
You need to just give in and give it a shot. Just play it.
No, I'm gonna wait till I get.
Can't be that much. I mean, PS5 is good, but it's not gonna be like a new experience for you.
You're right. But I want to play the best games at the best quality because I just want the PS5. And if I'm eventually going to get the PS5, I should just wait to play the games on the best console.
You definitely aren't seeing the PS5 games yet. Like Miles Morales is an example.
I agree with that.
Once they cut off the PS4, you're really going to start seeing them because now they still got to make them for both consoles, you know?
Yeah.
Man,
I know.
So I got
games
fully missing out.
That came out only for the PS4, and my PS4 makes the fucking Rheumatin a sauna. It's like, you hear that fan run.
Modern Warfare sitting at the main menu. That's literally a jet engine.
For real. Actually, is that the main menu too? No, when I play Ghost of Tsushima and I have the HDR up, high dynamic range, I think it's called or something like that.
Yeah.
My PS4 sounds like it's about to fucking explode. Like I get scared.
Well, dude, you're a pilot, so you can pilot that thing.
Just grab it when it takes off. You know? Actually, I have a pretty funny story about.
There we go.
Here come the stories.
This is the first Jack Brennan story. Queuing now.
So,
play the music.
My friend Robbie, he had a original PS3, this big brick of a fucking console.
We talking the one that's backwards compatible with like PS2 games, like that old?
The original PS3.
So we can play PS2 games.
First one that came out. Craziness. And we used to go to his house after school in high school, and we would all get on there, local play some zombies. And that PS3 was not having it, dude. I swear. We probably crashed that thing at least 4 or 5 times just playing zombies on it, all 4 of us. And the room was so hot that it was in, man. I was sweating my balls off. I swear. It was horrible. All of us, we'd be like you'd think we were like really serious gamers because we're just like sweating like crazy.
Isn't that a term for gamers? Down. Like you're sweating it,
sweaty,
like you're sweaty.
No,
his balls actually literally detached from his body.
You know how 6-year-old men have them close to their knees?
Yeah.
Well, that game, like playing zombies with the 4 of them locally.
Let me check. Yep, they are there.
Yeah. All right, another round, boys. We're good.
God, mission failed.
You ever consider wearing whitey tighties to prevent that from happening?
Not yet. I'm not at the whitey tighty stage of my life.
I gave it a shot. They weren't comfy.
Not feeling it?
No, I stick with boxers.
I like the boxer brief.
Here.
I can't do briefs, man.
Boxers are too loose for me. They just dangle too much. I like the briefs.
It sucks when you're putting on like pants, and sometimes you know how they'll get like too high up or whatever.
You're talking about boxers?
Boxers.
Oh, dude, especially if you're doing like physical labor, they'll like ride up, and you'll have like a muffin top, a boxer coming out of the top of your.
It's really the only con, though. It's really the only con.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're very comfy and very.
I mean, you got breathability, but you move around too much in them. I like.
You got breathability, but I like to suffocate my genitals.
I like secure. I like them to be secure in place. I don't want them flopping around. You know.
Do you feel like outnumbered right now, knowing you're the only one wearing briefs at this table?
A little bit.
You're talking Fruit of the Looms here?
I'm comfortable with. Maybe Hanes.
Are you really comfortable with yourself?
I am. Yeah.
Not sponsored.
I'm experienced.
But potentially, hopefully, maybe one day they will contact us. But I wear MeUndies. And I love them.
I've not tried those. I've heard about them.
We're not going to talk about them any longer. We got to tease them a little bit so that they come in like, hey, talk about us longer. Give us an ad.
Tease them until they come to us.
Tease them until they come.
One of these episodes, just somehow, without people knowing, just remove your underwear and just toss them in the middle of the table, and we'll have to talk about them again. I mean, we'll have to talk about that.
We'll just stack them up.
Maybe one day we can get a logo on the MeUndies because they change the logos regularly. And
do they?
They do. I think once a week.
We can get a little.
They're getting too much for their money of $0 right now. I'm not giving them any more ad
We've
time
given
here.
them too much.
MeUndies.
Way too much. MeUndies.
C-Raww's over here looking them up now. Look at me.
Wait a second.
C-Raww should have his own MeUndie. That name is.
This is like they're like the mix between boxers and briefs.
So
it's like
they have every type of underwear that you want to wear.
It's actually a photo of Jack.
Yeah, that is okay. So you are sponsored by them. You've been lying to me.
He kind of built like me. Actually, that's pretty crazy.
That's why. Okay, that's why.
It's like a better.
They have every option.
That is a mix. That's
you
like
could hope for.
Okay,
that's boxer. No, those are boxers. You want to try mine?
These are boxers. Yo, these are The Office.
Let's try them on. Right
yeah,
now.
I said, they changed their design.
Wait, are they The Office?
Oh wait. Okay, there's a distinct question here. Are you the one? I know you said these are more boxers, but are you more of the one on the right or the left? Because that's a very important question. Are you more of the right or the left?
The left.
Okay, sure. You don't wear those ones that are like.
The right is whitey tighties to me. Those are briefs.
Okay.
Those are just straight up briefs.
Is that you?
Is that Grandpa over there?
Depends on
the ratings on this stream or on this podcast are about to tank. If he doesn't answer this correctly.
Once we get video,
you want to say the one on the left.
I'll be the one on the left.
Okay, just for the.
Yeah, once we get video, I'll show off my underwear every episode. I don't fucking care.
That'll be for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, the premium. You guys got to start like a premium where like you
guys want to hear kind of a funny underwear thing that I do, a habit I have.
Yeah, sure.
So I work out a lot, and when I squat, I go ass to grass. I go very low, and I rip a lot of boxers. Okay, because they're not stretchy.
Ass to grass. Yeah,
they're not very stretchy at all. So I just save those boxers for workout nights when I do legs or back.
Are these from the company you just mentioned?
No. You could not rip a pair of MeUndies.
That actually could.
Oh, dude, you're giving them too much.
Now you're really.
I was alluding to it. Yeah, I know.
I'm just being honest.
That was too.
Can't rip them.
Yeah, I could try, but I don't think.
Let's do that into the microphone right now. See if you can rip it.
I'm actually not wearing them right now. As you know, I went to the gym before this.
So why aren't you wearing them?
I have my.
So great.
Christian, you'll like this. I have my holy boxers on right now.
Holy?
Are they
because
lucky?
I tear them when I squat.
I was about to ask if he had like a built-in chastity belt.
Let me let me ask. So, because you tear them, so if you're so confident in these other pair that you wear, they're untearable? Why would you not wear those?
Because they're my nice boxers. You know, if you're going out to like a wedding,
so you don't have that much faith in them though that they won't.
Yeah. I don't want to give it a chance. Okay.
So we'll go back to that. You haven't tested these, so you can't say they won't.
No, I have. I have brought them to the gym a couple times.
Times.
Most pairs of boxers I wear, it takes about 2 or 3 goes to the gym before I can like put a hole in them.
So you haven't tested them efficiently enough.
You're right. I haven't had.
You haven't had the knowledge to really. I
have
say
about
they can't be
4 pairs now. There's a membership, so
there's like a durability meter on literally every pair of boxers he has.
We're going back to the mustard story. Here
the mustard story. If I got mustard on those, I'd be pissed. Those are not worth getting mustard on.
You haven't tasted it, so you never know.
I know he tastes. I'm telling you.
What about scratch and sniff boxers?
That's a good idea.
Mustard smell. Scratch and sniff mustard boxers.
No, mayonnaise smell.
Mayonnaise smell.
We know that he would not like that.
Yeah, you're not getting laid. imagine you
not from Jack.
You pick up a girl at the bar and you bring her back and she accidentally scratches them somehow. You know, she's
smell?
Wait, down there, at the bar? She might be down with the mustard or the mayonnaise smell.
Yeah, she might have had a burger with mustard on it.
Or mayonnaise.
She wouldn't be picked.
She
wouldn't be picked up by me then.
She could be.
Actually, no girl would be picked up by me, but you know.
Is that a question you ask ahead of time? Like,
Wait,
when you're about to pick up a girl, are you like, okay,
you go to the gym?
questions: mustard, mayo. You into any of that stuff?
You go to the gym a lot. You couldn't pick her up. What are you talking about? If you can't pick her up,
I don't
think you need to bring her home.
Not in my nice boxers. Not my nice boxers.
You don't want them to tear.
I might tear those, yeah.
But they're untearable. So.
But I don't usually lift the whole.
All right, this whole story has holes in it, like your boxers you're wearing right now.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay.
We'll carry on.
Okay.
Are you playing with your cock?
Here we go. Wait. I think this is it.
We've done.
Okay, one of those.
Wait. You know,
what is this?
I actually know the entire song of "Ripped Pants" from SpongeBob.
Oh, SpongeBob?
So, yeah.
I did see that pop up, and I tried to look up the noise for pants ripping.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, we're talking about pants
No,
ripping?
I know that whole song. I do it on karaoke sometime, probably. Even.
It's a song? Pants ripping song?
It's SpongeBob, yeah. The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. SpongeBob has a ton of music,
This
man.
guy literally doesn't know what we're talking about.
SpongeBob has a whole
no
album,
idea.
Trenton. Are you kidding me?
Hey, old man. What do you...
I have no idea.
Really, this is an iconic cartoon right here. In fact,
Honestly.
this leads into a very good topic that I had ready to go. I'm going to take a shot for that. I really.
Oh, he did it. He did the
I
album.
just
He did
shit the
album.
bed. Anyways, I'll take it after I ask the question. If you guys could have a power from any like cartoon that you used to watch when you were a child, what would it be?
A power?
Whose power would you have? Any of them. You can go ahead and think about it for a little bit. I'll sit here and talk. I'll fill some space until either you're ready. You
Fill
know?
that space because I'm not editing
So
it.
I brought up earlier about how insurance started from sailors. So I guess I could go ahead and give you guys a history lesson real quick if you'd like.
No, I'm going to hurry up and think of it real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. Speed up. So sailors, when they took off from the port, they weren't 100% sure.
I always watched Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, there we
But
go.
he didn't have like a power, but I always liked
But he
when
was a
could,
boy
like,
genius.
shrink.
He was a genius.
So I don't know if I would want his smartness or
So
the
would
fact
you-
that he could shrink with the shrink ray.
But if you were a genius, you could just create a shrink ray.
That is true. I would love... I think that... Yeah,
I think the genius is your
All right,
pick.
so-
be a genius where I can invent literally...
You want to hear of a better OG genius than Jimmy Neutron?
Hit me with it.
Dexter's Laboratory. You guys familiar?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And his
familiar
annoying
with
sister.
That man, yeah, Dee
Dee
Yeah, Dee
thick ass mom.
I will say, I don't know how his parents didn't know that he's running a secret lab. Like, that power bill had to have been fucking crazy, right?
He's practically running a meth lab over there. I mean...
He was running, like
He might as well have ran a meth lab. Nobody would find his normal lab, so
Like-
why not throw some illegal stuff in it?
Breaking
for
Bad
real.
meth lab. Like, clear as day blue
He could
crystal meth.
have been selling whatever he wanted out of there. if he was
90%
that
pure.
secret.
He had the blue meth all
Oh,
along.
definitely. 100%. I think my go-to, it's kind of a cop-out, but I would say probably having fairy godparents. Little Timmy.
that is
Timmy
a good
Turner.
one.
That was a good one. I watched that a lot, but I didn't think of that one.
I think one of the saddest episodes I ever saw that was when he wished Christmas was like every day. And eventually he's like, where the fuck are my presents?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that
They
one.
had some low-key, dark, sad themes.
Yeah.
They
Well,
did.
he-
I think all of the cartoons
To
back
be
in the
fair,
day
like Timmy
really did.
Turner kind of got shit on all the time. Poor kid. For
well, that's
someone
why he
who's
got Fairly
very-
Odd Parents.
Yeah, I would pick Halloween every day though. I think that'd be fucking cool. Way better than Christmas.
Well, yeah, but then your parents don't have to buy you gifts every day, you know?
Yeah, there'd just be weird people everywhere like they are now.
Remember when he would lose his fairies? Like, he would be literally nothing.
That was kind of a regular thing, yeah.
They
You're right.
lost him a lot. They took him for a lot of different reasons.
Do you remember the
Sign another
the
children.
fucking ripped Arnold like
Oh,
fairy guy?
I have a very, very good story. C-Raww likes my stories. I know that.
I do like his stories.
So a couple years ago, I'm very good at Halloween costumes. I love making a Halloween costume, and I created a Jorgen von Strangle costume. And this is a very sad story in the end, though. It was really cool. I cannot find any pictures of it, sadly. Otherwise, I would post them on all of Mind Hop social media because it's a lot of fun. The costume was great to make. I took a 6-foot PVC pipe. I'm only 5'9", so it's taller than me. And I took some cardboard boxes, and I cut a star out of them, and I glued them to the PVC pipe, and I spray painted them yellow. So I had my star. I could not find a green tank top that matched his for my life. So I went ahead and bought a green T-shirt, cut the sleeves off. I did a lot of work in this costume, man. I found sashes, and they were too big because they kind of like fell off me a little bit. So I had to tighten those up. You know, cut them, sew them together. I did a lot of work for this shit. Then I bought, I think it was like a regular wire, and I made a crown out of it that looked like it was levitating above my head. And then I went to a Halloween party. And my sash is ripped. I forgot my crown at home. I dropped my star thing, my big, the one I worked hardest on, the PVC pipe, dropped it off my car. Both sides of the star popped off. So I literally just like went and changed into the workout clothes I bought to change into. And
that is very
it was really upsetting. Everyone's like, "What are you?" I'm like, "Fucking loser." Apparently.
Hey, that's what I was.
How was
You
that?
jacked my idea, man.
How was that every other time of the year other than Halloween?
Oh, I never answered the cartoon question though. I would.
No, you didn't.
American Dragon Jake Long, hands down.
Why? Explain.
I just think it sounds like a lot of fun to turn into a dragon. Oh, do you want to hear the dragon dick excuse?
Yeah. All right, sure.
Dragon dick?
Eventually, he got really like skilled with the dragon turning into stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think it'd be cool to be able to have like, you know, pieces of a dragon here and there. It'd be a full dragon every now and then if you really wanted to. You could fly around and stuff. I am a pilot, so I like flying.
Would you have to clear your airspace? Would you have the aviator helmet on?
They'd have to clear their fucking airspace. I can breathe fire now. What are they going to do?
Like coming through, I don't know any pilot lingo, but whatever you got to say to clear your airspace.
You don't really say anything to do it. You just got to like do a turn to make sure there's no traffic around, pretty much.
You don't have to say anything. You just willy-nilly fly.
It's not willy-nilly. Like, you have to know how to read charts and stuff, and you have to know what airspaces you can and can't go into. So.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Fair enough.
If you go into an airspace you can't go into, then make sure you know not to be in that airspace anymore.
How do you know you're not supposed to be there? You just fly there and you get on the radio. Hey, am I supposed to be here?
You have charts.
Hey, no.
You have charts.
So it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. You just steal plane.
When the police show up, you know you're doing something wrong.
You know when you see
the sky police they'll pull you over.
When you see the tanks, you got 5 stars. You're like, shit. See how long I can last this time. I better go to that paint spray. Get my shit changed.
Pam spray.
Because the cops will know me when my car is a slightly different color, you know? That was great. So what are some of the first video games that really impacted you guys that you remember like playing? Like the first game you played and you're like, damn, this shit's like, you know, it's your first memory kind of like you can consciously remember.
My answer.
I'll tell you mine. I did play. I'm a little bit older than you guys, so we did have an Atari 2600, and we had a Nintendo. But I was very young at the time we had those, so I do remember little flashes of memory. I have a brother who's 6 years older than me, so it was a lot of the getting handed the controller to a game that wasn't 2-player. You know, it didn't really. I wasn't participating. The first game, and I do remember the Sega Genesis. I remember some Sonic as a kid. The first game I remember that really hit me hard was 2 games, actually. We got our PlayStation 1. It was a Christmas morning.
Yeah.
And I remember Crash Bandicoot, which was super solid.
Which just had a sequel come out a month ago.
Yeah. I really want to play that, actually. I don't have a PlayStation right now. That's fun.
Nobody has a PlayStation 5 right now.
I don't prefer the 2D.
No, I don't have it.
I like it when Crash was 3D. That's when I really started.
Wait, it's 2D now? The newest one is?
It's always been a side scroller with occasional.
It's
it will
3D
be,
though. It's 3D.
It is, but it's not.
You're talking about linear. It's very linear.
It is.
All the levels are linear.
Very. Yeah. You can't really roam. You know.
No, yeah, it's a linear path for sure. It's a platformer, like a classic, and that's the way the first Crash was. You know, you had a path you had to go down, and you kind of just cleared the way. And there was another game called Battle Arena Toshinden, which I know neither of you guys are.
What if I just knew what it was and just
that would be crazy? That would blow my
here.
mind right now because Battle Arena Toshinden is like, I think they made several of those games as a fighting game.
Yeah.
But I've never really been a huge fighting game fan, with the exception of something I might talk about a little bit later because there's a fighting game movie coming out soon that I'm a big fan of the series. But Battle Arena Toshinden was kind of one of those one-off games, and I think they made several of them. But I remember getting them on PlayStation and playing it, and it was weird because I remember playing it with my family. Yeah. Like my dad and my mom, like they don't play games, but I remember playing against them on Battle Arena Toshinden because like the PlayStation 1 was such a revolutionary thing at the time. It was like the first 3D, like real 3D console we had, because I knew the Sega Genesis had Sonic 3D, which was like you had to have an extension to the Sega, and it wasn't really 3D, but PlayStation 1 was the first time it was like 3D space for us, at least for me. It was not great, but at the time it blew my mind. But anyway, I remember playing Battle Arena Toshinden and Crash Bandicoot, and those games kind of like stuck with me. And I remember a lot of stuff from the past, but those are the first ones that really, it was like, man, this is like next level, you know.
I feel like for me, Donkey Kong 64 was like the first.
If I'm gonna revert from the F word. I love you. That is a great choice.
Donkey Kong 64 would be like the very first.
I don't know if I played much
game.
I played Mario 64.
I have a lot of loaded aggression against the company not the company that created it, but Nintendo.
Was it Rare?
Yeah, you're talking about getting rid of Rare to
talking
Microsoft.
About them not buying Rare and letting Microsoft scoop it up and ruin them.
Donkey Kong was just so many levels. Like, you remember that boss battle, Jack, with the scary dude? He's a Jack in a box.
Oh, yeah.
That scared me, bro. Like, some of those boss battles, like, scared me. Not only
was it scary, but it was difficult, too.
Yeah, having to jump from those platforms. I love that game, man. Like, that game is just timeless to me.
Have you played the new Donkey Kong Countries?
So I don't have any like Nintendo console now.
Now they're a lot of fun. If you ever get the chance, I recommend them.
I used to play the ones on DS. I have not played Tropical Freeze and stuff like that.
I haven't played Tropical Freeze. I played the first new one, and I played it with my dad.
What's this one called?
It's just Donkey Kong Country or whatever, and then Tropical Freeze is like a sequel to that one.
It's on Switch.
I don't think Tropical Freeze is on Switch. I think they're both Wii U.
I used to play Donkey Kong Country Returns.
I just missed that shot, by the way, everybody.
You could have said you made it, and nobody would have known. I would have went with you.
Honestly, yeah.
You made it, bro.
You made it.
Good shot.
It was pretty close,
We were
guys.
just kidding. He made it. Even the Mario games, like
Mario 64, I do remember that. I played that. GoldenEye 64. Solid. You guys ever played GoldenEye 64?
I played it. I didn't play it at its prime. I've just played it because it's like the first game to like introduce shooters
now,
basically.
but it was such a good game. That was back in the day. So another game that was super awesome at the time was a shooter game. It was co-op. It had versus. Was Perfect Dark. I think it was Perfect Dark 64 or something like that. Super clutch. It's same. I'm pretty sure it's the same creators that made GoldenEye. They had the same kind of controls and graphics and gunplay. Same, everything about it. But those were really good games.
Jack, have you played
games?
A cult classic to a lot of people. I've not played this game, but people stand by this game. Have you played? Is it Conker's Bad Fur Day?
I want to play it so bad.
That's like a cult classic to so many people because it was almost seemed like it had like a dirty aspect to it.
It does.
Yeah,
very dirty. And they had a xenomorph in there, like Alien.
They had so much references.
I really want to play it now because I played Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and I love Rare, but I wasn't old enough. I was not old enough to play Conker's Bad Fur Day at the time. And my dad, he plays video games, but he wasn't like a big gamer, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to arcades in the 80s and stuff like that, but he wasn't like, Conker's Bad Fur Day is coming, I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to let my son play it. So I don't think he ever bought it. I don't think he ever knew it existed, to be honest with you. But now that I know everything about Rare that I do, and like all that big controversy, I really want to play like the old schools, like everything they made.
I heard that's a really good one. I played a little bit of it, and I do know it was a mature game.
Like Christian said, it is a cult classic, and there's people that just play that game over and over and over again. And I gave my N64 away like an idiot a few years ago for Christmas. Worst decision of my life.
Yeah, N64 had a lot of good games.
It really did,
and
most of them were from Rare.
Rare,
a lot of them were from Rare. And they got rid of them. It's crazy.
Yeah, they were basically like begging Nintendo to buy them.
The first Smash game was on 64, right?
It wasn't by Rare, but it was on 64.
But I mean, that's another great game for
Rare actually modernized. Yes, Ocarina of Time is a great
Majora's Mask as well, right?
If we're getting into games that shaped us, I mean, you guys answered already. For me, my first console that I remember big time was a PS2. And N64 and PS2. I had this at the same time. And I played Jak and Daxter. I played all of those, even the poor racing one in the end. The fourth.
I love Precursor Legacy the most.
Precursor Legacy is a lot of fun.
It's a more gentle tone. The other ones are darker, but I think that one's always going to be my favorite. Very first one.
Sometimes the controls, I remember having trouble figuring them out.
Jumping and
But it was a great game to play. And then Sly Cooper.
I forgot that is my favorite. That is my favorite game. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of that.
So many Sly Cooper. I played all the Sly Cooper.
That is my favorite game.
And when Sucker Punch released Ghost of Tsushima last year, I lost my mind. I was so excited.
Now is that the same company that made Sly Cooper?
Yep.
Yes, Sucker Punch Games.
Sucker Punch Games.
And I don't care if it's sponsored. They're amazing. They deserve the praise.
Number one game I want remade on PS5 is the Sly Cooper franchise.
Yes.
Those are my favorite games. I don't know how I didn't think of it.
Not proud of myself of what I would do for such a thing.
I have my PS3 literally just to play the Sly collection.
Really? Oh, dude. Did you played the fourth one?
I did play the fourth one. A lot of people crapped on it. They changed a lot of things with Carmelita.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
Didn't they have what's Bentley's girlfriend's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Penelope. They had Penelope turn out to be a villain. You played it, right? Have you played the fourth one?
I did play the fourth one, yes.
The fourth one it didn't anger me. I didn't dislike it. I accepted it. But a lot of people were mad. They felt like it was a big change of tone.
It was still a fun game.
It was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
If anything, you can complain about the story, but the gameplay was still...
It was
true to the first three.
It was.
It was a lot of fun to play. Very, very good game.
I'm not really happy they left it on another cliffhanger, though. Leaving him in Egypt like that. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, I hope a fifth one's made. I wouldn't complain.
I will say,
it's been a while.
They had an Easter egg for it in Ghost of Tsushima as well.
Yeah, you could get
the Sly Tanuki sword or whatever.
I used to have a crush on Carmelita. She's probably my video game crush from when I was younger. Oh yeah,
you furry.
So I will say, I know neither one of you guys are pretty familiar with this game franchise, but you might have heard the name Twisted Metal.
Oh, I love Twisted Metal.
That was a series. That was a series that I feel like is so neglected nowadays. You know, a lot of people say like car combat games. I mean, I have not known of any. There might be some next gen. I don't have next gen yet.
Destruction All Stars. Have you heard about this? It's a PS5 game.
Sounds familiar.
It's basically like Twisted Metal a lot. But the thing is, everyone's kind of angry because they released Destruction All Stars on PS5, and it's kind of the same concept.
Is
you
it
can crash
like a
into people,
darker
hijack.
tone?
No, it's kind of a light. It's a light tone, but everyone's
Twisted Metal was very, very dark.
It was
extremely. It was like a horror movie car combat game.
And everyone's saying they should bring back Twisted Metal because honestly, it would fit today with microtransactions. People could get all these different cars. It honestly could work today.
Well, here's the thing with Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal 2 was the first one. Well, all right, let me go further back. I remember as a child going in my elementary school. We went to
real quick. Let's insert the classic every episode. Was it your uncle that touched you when you were a child?
No, Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil didn't take me to this field. It was a field trip, so Uncle Phil wasn't involved. You know, he was at this point. He had a restraining order.
Okay,
so
that's good.
We went to a skate. What do you call those?
Skating rink.
Skating rink. Kids don't. Do kids still do that? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not around.
We
kids
have
anymore.
2 skating rinks in.
Didn't
in
one
our
burn
city
down or something?
It caught on fire, but it didn't burn down.
Oh, that was my hometown.
Skate Mania?
Why do skating rinks always burn down? Is it because the kids? All the kids? There's like
it's because it's so lit.
I guess
literally lit.
Anyway,
this is not the end of the episode.
So this skate rink we went to, it did burn down at this point. It might have been rebuilt. I haven't been back to my hometown in a while, but they had arcade games there, right? So we had a skating rink and arcade games, and while we were there, they turned the arcade games to free play. So you know what I was fucking doing? I wasn't skating. I was sitting at the arcade playing games for free. And I think the first Twisted Metal, correct me if I'm wrong.
You had 2 bitches on each joystick.
No, fuck. At that point, bitches had cooties. Get them away from me. What are you talking about? At that point, I could be wrong. It could have been a console game, but I think the first Twisted Metal was an arcade game. It may have been both. I played a little bit of the first Twisted Metal in arcade, and I remember Twisted Metal 2 came out on... I wanted to say PlayStation 1, but it could have been PlayStation 2. I can't remember.
I know I played Twisted Metal on the PlayStation 2. I had a PlayStation 1, but I never played it except for Ape Escape.
I think it was PlayStation 2.
Are you talking about the second Twisted Metal? Because there was like 4 of them. They made several others after that. So there's Twisted Metal 2, 3, 4. The second one was one of the best. The third one was okay, and then I know by the fourth one they were bought out by another company. I think it's THQ or
PlayStation
or something. Something like that.
Nordic.
Yeah, PlayStation 1.
THQ Nordic?
Maybe. I have no idea. I know that the original company that made Twisted Metal 2 was not the same one that made the several. Who made Twisted Metal 2? I know another company took over, and it was not nearly
after the arcade.
After the second one.
Incognito Entertainment, Eat Sleep Play. There's a couple.
So Eat Sleep Play is actually owned by David Jaffe, who's the guy that made the God of War series. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
I played God of War.
Anyway, I know that the third and fourth games were nowhere near as good as the second one, and the combat changed a little bit. And then Black was even more of like, it was okay. You played the new, PS3, the remaster. That one was pretty good. That was actually created, David Jaffe was involved in that, who made the second one. Anyway, long story short, there was a short period where you had car combat games. And N64 had some as well. It was like, there was one called Vigilante 8, I think.
Never played that.
It was called Vigilante 8, and they never made
heard
any other ones. And there's a game called Rogue Trip. And a lot of people call them like fighting games for cars. But I don't know. It was... I've never been a fan of most car games. Racing games, Destruction Derby are kind of interesting.
I'm not big on racing. I love Mario Kart, though.
Yeah, different. That's a different
I
genre.
love Mario Kart.
But anyway, yeah, I feel like this generation is really missing out on a Twisted Metal. Like, I would love a really good Twisted Metal.
My dad and I, we used to play this game called Eva Destruction on the PS2. And it was kind of
Sounds familiar.
Destruction Derby, and there were gauntlets, which was you drive a hearse the opposite way as everyone else, and they had to try to like disable your vehicle before you got 3 laps done.
Yeah,
and we will still hook up the PS2 to this day, and we will play Eva Destruction every now and then. And there's a battle on it too, and this is the most far-fetched one. Most of them are somewhat realistic. You know, if you drive backwards, you do less damage to your engine, so you get to run longer. But the one called Battle, you get to shoot exploding chickens out of your fender up front.
I remember playing NASCAR games. There was one that was.
I hate NASCAR games.
I hate NASCAR games too, but there was one that was arcadey. You could shoot you get power ups and you shoot tornadoes and stuff. Mm-hmm. But there was a time when I was so hankering for a new car combat game so much. I got a NASCAR game, and what we'd do is my brother would be racing, and I would go fucking backwards. I would race backwards to see how much of a fucking pile up I could cause.
You're the guy that goes back to the finish line and tries to screw him because you're I've already lost at this point.
Yeah,
so I might as well.
Well, it wasn't even. I didn't even want to race. I was just I'm gonna see how many people I can fuck up.
I hate that, bro. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't
do it in Mario Kart.
I don't like racing, so I don't like racing games. But Twisted Metal, that they've talked about actually recently. They're talking about making a TV series out of it, which I think Twisted Metal will be kind of a weird.
Sounds like
TV
Fast
series.
and Furious almost.
No, I think Twisted Metal will be different because it'd be more destruction.
Fast and Furious might as well be a TV series at 10 movies.
I don't want to talk about that, but I'm not super excited about a TV series in a way, but in a way I am because the only reason I'd be excited about it is that maybe it would bring more attention to the games and they would actually make another
Possibly
game out
get
of
you
it.
a sequel.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I would be stoked about it. Fast and Furious. God, they need to end that already, dude.
They're making a 9 now.
I can't believe.
I thought they were making a 10. I thought 9 already came out.
I think it's 9.
I can't believe they're still going. So what?
John Cena's in it now.
God,
John Cena, The Rock, Vin
wait,
Diesel.
how did you guys know he's in there? I didn't see him.
Does that count as a dad? No, that's not a dad joke.
I think that's a
Borderline.
dad joke. I would set it in there. Yeah.
Like an older dad joke. The guy, a dad who's watching wrestling nowadays, who's familiar with the characters. So we're talking about some game. I'm not a huge fighting game fan. I know Jack over here is a huge Smash Bros. Fan, but I would question that's a fighting game. I guess it is, but it's not a traditional fighting game. It's a plat.
We need to get a camera so you can see the look I just gave this man.
Tekken's my favorite.
Tekken's good.
No, wouldn't you say Smash Bros is not a traditional fighting game because it's like platform. There's 4 people fighting at once. Fighting game, I consider 2 people fighting.
In competition, it's 1v1 with no items on a flat stage, or
most fighting games don't have items and they don't have outer rings.
But it does. But that's what I'm saying if you're competitive, there is no items.
I do see what Trenton's saying, but it's almost hard to. Smash Bros has elevated
Smash
the fighting.
Bros literally won fighting
genres.
game of the year last year.
It's elevated it so much. I know what you're saying. You like the typical side scroller
fighting game.
But that game though,
but it's
the
not
reason
3D
fighting
either.
is so.
It is a side scroller.
He's talking about the strict, a straight up.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Land,
It's very different. It's very different.
Street Fighter.
You have a lot more
Mortal
freedom in
Kombat.
Smash Bros. To jump up on platforms.
There's not stuff like that in fighting, traditional fighting games.
So what about the fact that you can use environmental?
I didn't say it's not a fighting game. I said it's not a traditional fighting game. So you don't have to get so defensive. I'm saying it's a fighting game, but it's not traditional. Can you agree it's not traditional?
It only won first place in fighting game.
It's not traditional. How many other? Okay, so what other Smash Bros. Type games are there? Name some more.
No, Smash Bros. Is unique.
It's not. There's no other ones like it.
It's very unique.
So you would say it's not traditional.
Are you trying to agree with me right
Dang.
now?
No, I'm trying to agree. I'm trying to find a middle ground with you because I want to segue to my next fucking point that you're stopping. You're cockblocking me from.
Your fucking point? No, not happening. You can't come out here and tell me Smash Bros. Isn't a fighting game.
You guys hear about this Mortal Kombat movie?
I'll whoop your ass in Smash. You already talking about the Mortal Kombat movie earlier.
It was all fair though.
We were not recording.
It was all fair.
You said something.
No, I did not.
When I went to take a tinkle a minute ago, and the audience doesn't know I went to take a tinkle, I heard you say something about a movie that you're excited for.
You're ruining this podcast right now, Jack.
I'm destroying it.
That
I will burn it to the ground.
So Mortal Kombat.
I'll take Mortal Kombat with me.
I've never been a huge fighting game fan, and I will say
it's not a traditional fighting game. So
Mortal Kombat, definitely as traditional.
Okay. Mortal Kombat is about the most. Well, I think Street Fighter is more traditional than Mortal Kombat.
I would disagree. I would say Mortal Kombat has had certain iterations that were less traditional when they added 3D. The newest ones are not 3D. They have had some where they had 3D arenas.
Yes, I agree.
But the last 2 that I'm aware of were not. They're completely 2D.
They're completely 2D.
Yeah.
No,
so
I
see that.
I was just really trying to get under your skin
Yeah.
there, wet your willy.
Nice try. I've got iron skin. I am Colossus.
I am Iron Skin.
I'm Colossus, but he's not in Mortal Kombat. I can't think of a character who has some iron skin in Mortal Kombat. But anyway, yeah, they're bringing another Mortal Kombat movie. And either one of you guys have you seen Mortal Kombat 1 or 2?
I saw the first one.
I haven't seen any of them.
You haven't seen any of them?
Extremely cheesy, but fun to watch.
Fun to watch, yeah.
Damn.
I was hoping you would disagree with me so we could fight some more, but finish him. No, I think the first 2 were definitely very cheesy, but I think it was cheesy enjoyable. But the trailer I've seen, the new one, looks pretty freaking dark.
It looks better than the other two, of course.
Shut up. It
does. It does. You know it does. I wasn't even trying to get your skin there. I was just being correct.
What do you consider better?
I think the effects look much better. Better produced for sure.
Yeah.
I think the actors in it, while they're not, the greatest, that like well known, but they're probably better than the other people so far. I mean, I've only seen the trailer, so I can't speak too much on this. But I do think it looks a lot better than the first two.
So the audience suggestion of us being a little bit more combative, this is for you, person listening.
For you, person listening.
I'm not going to name you by name.
I can attest that both of them are actually holding a chair in their hand, ready to throw it at any moment.
A steel chair. I'm going to break it right over his back.
Trenton bought pint glasses, and we've broken them all already out of anger.
I was hoping for this. I'm glad they paid off. But we're not going to go after each other's arms like a certain bartender that had happened to.
Oh,
recently.
Yeah. And 2 episodes ago.
One episode ago.
Fifth best, right?
Last episode.
It's going to be 2
episodes.
It's going to be 2 episodes.
2 episodes ago, yeah.
All right, so...
depending on what order you're listening to these episodes, you might be listening to these out of order. That's why I said that.
True. I do have a topic we should probably get to.
You should put us on some sort of orderly track at this point, I think.
Some orderly track?
Seasons.
Not like somebody in white that's carrying somebody away, like an orderly.
See, so I said earlier in the podcast that C hits it raw is it's just C-Raww. I just like C hits it raw. I think it's more fun.
C-Raww.
But
we had Blade Hall on the other day, and he's a musician as well. And they actually had some collaborations with him, right?
But
yeah, we got a couple songs.
Anyways, he is a music maker, and I would like to know. Well, I guess should we listen to some of the content first before we get into the interview?
I've got one right here. I'm about to queue up. Blind. You guys do this one together?
Everyone loves that.
Blind? Are you blind? Is that why it's not queued yet?
I am.
You can't find it.
Listen, I'm like fucking breaking 50 years old right now.
You know would be a really cool invention. If they made like a smartphone that could have Braille kind of come out of it, so you could like read what was on your screen at the time.
Yeah, or I could just
use your eyes and find the song finally.
Yeah.
I'm coming up with dumb ideas over here.
It's not. Yeah, we need this now. We need this 2 episodes ago. But.
This is the intro to the song, actually.
It is. Yeah.
You thought this was the podcast, but this is actually pre-recorded in C-Raw's music.
It is pre-recorded. I'm editing this in. Yeah. No. Here he goes.
You had me good for a while. We never kept it all civil. But that was your lifestyle. It was drinking and trying to forget. And never seen all the time I spent. I was lost, but said I was fine. 2020, but for you I was blind. I'm stronger without you in my life.
Never heard this one?
I have heard this. I just didn't know that you were in it.
Yeah. I put a verse on it.
Nice.
Blade's really got that voice, man, to like...
He does, yeah. It was so great interviewing him last week.
He's come a long way.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
I didn't expect him to black out like he did, but he did drink quite a bit. So
this is future talking right here. We're gonna have to force him to black out now.
Well, I'm glad you drove him. And you took him back to your house.
Probably not the most difficult challenge I've ever had is making him black out.
I'm glad you were the responsible adult and you took him away from my house and brought him back to your house, your girlfriend's house, actually. Right? Were you at your girlfriend's
either house?
Yeah.
I brought him back to a ditch and we cuddled because it was cold.
I got a funny story about that.
Is this you, C-Raww?
This is him.
Talking about it, just a reason to find some. Always learning about the truth when the time comes.
Yeah,
I'm flying west when she's ghosting.
The
Thinking
DJ
I'm
here.
playing, but I was not joking. I'm doing fine with my crew. Can't say the same about you. Stronger without you in my life. Can't believe I didn't read between the lines.
Are you on the hook?
No, so that's another person that we're just singing with.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like a pre-hook in the song.
A pre-hook?
Pre-hook.
That's what I say when I get a hooker on speed dial. She's my pre-hook.
That's when you reserve a hooker, right?
Exactly. No, I hit her up earlier in the day. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have a rough day at work today. I'm gonna come see you after. That's my pre-hook right there.
That's thinking ahead right there.
It's actually a really long song.
I should have pre-hooked
It's almost like
that.
5 minutes long.
Oh, this is gonna be the rest of our episode, guys.
This is actually like the longest.
Start fading it out now. No dad joke.
This is as much as I can fade. We're like 3 minutes in, guys. I feel like we just go for it.
Just a friend.
This isn't C-Raww. We don't need to hear this.
He got all the shine last week.
I was going to say, we heard plenty of this content last week.
This is my interview, guys.
Yeah, come on.
He already got his interview last week.
Yeah.
We need to give you your clout.
Gotta give him the clout. Yeah, that was solid though. Do we want to hear like a C-Raww song, like solid C-Raww?
Yeah, throw some.
Let me throw. What do you got here? Let me see C-Raww. Let me see.
If I had to pick one that's like,
Yeah, let's hear. What are you proud of that you've made? Yeah, I'm curious.
It's only got to be one of his songs at least, right? I
probably,
hate all my music. Fuck it.
I really like Wanted To. Wanted To is really
Wanted
good.
To? All
Wanted
right,
To.
here we go. I'm going to queue up Wanted To.
I always have fun doing more of the slow songs rather than the hype pop ones.
Yeah, I hear you.
I feel like this is my specialty where I can just like really, you know.
Yeah. I like it. I like the intro. It's solid.
I love to sing. I love doing singing, even though I don't have the best singing voice. I love to make these kind of songs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is where you wanted to go, wanted to go. Yeah, she's where you wanted to go, wanted to go. All by myself in the morning, thinking about you when I'm yawning. Nostalgia got me feeling hazy. Love got me going crazy. Where you gonna go when we leave? I just want you to be here. One day you'll understand. You weren't part of the plan. I'm always down when she needs me. Weather the storm when it's breezy. She got me thinking, whoa.
No way.
Don't do it. I like it, man. Do you have any story behind that song? Is there any inspiration when you wrote that?
So most of my album. So the 16 songs on my album, I started making.
What's the name of your album, by the way?
I'm Sorry, I Love You. Okay.
Wait.
Can you tell us the name of your album?
What's the name of your
please?
album?
I don't care if you love me. I want to know the name of the album.
You don't have to apologize for that. Most people do. Actually,
I am not sorry for loving you guys. If that makes you feel better.
Right.
That's actually my second album.
Okay.
I'm not sorry I loved you.
I can't wait to do a song with you.
I like that.
But
okay, I'm Sorry I Love You. That's the name of the album.
I actually made
Dad jokes aside.
My first song came back in 2015 when I was in high school. I made a song about because I went to Ocala Christian Academy. It was a small private school.
Yeah.
And I made a song about like teachers and like students, kind of like, hating on some of them. It went viral around the school.
Went viral?
It went viral. I was making jokes against teachers and stuff. It was. So being the small school it went pretty viral, and like people that didn't even know like about me like would come up to me like telling me how cool it was and stuff. And I guess I just always kind of found like I just really liked the whole making the music thing. So then I made a couple songs for the school thing, and then I put it down, and I was just like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then me and my ex actually broke up, and after that, it's like I kind of channeled some of those like emotions to going back to music.
Never mind.
And then, what were you going to say?
I was going to ask you about something we talked about off air, so it wouldn't really have made much sense.
You can say if you want.
Was it the same ex about the song that I listened to before?
Yeah, Stay.
Okay,
This is the one. Yeah, the one you played earlier.
Let me cue this up.
You can play that one.
I'll play a little. I feel like I have to now.
We'll play a clip of Stay real quick. Yeah,
that's my newest single.
This is new single.
So
it's
everyone check
it's
this
a
one
banger.
out. Everyone's liking this one.
Wait, do kids still say banger, or is that kids in Britain? Do kids in Britain say banger?
Kids in your day.
Okay, I see how it is.
Still reminds me of Mario Kart.
the intro.
Get started.
Again, pre-recorded intro. This isn't the podcast anymore.
No, this is
on C-Raww's song right here.
Yeah. We're taking royalties. Mind Hops is getting royalties on this song.
Hey guys. Her voice is so good, man.
She has a very good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially for somebody you said who's never been trained musically or anything.
She's a car singer, and I knew she always had a really good voice.
Did both of you want to make music and you just kind of like went into this kind of thing?
I don't know. I don't think she's against making music.
Well, did you want to make music when you guys were dating, or?
I've always wanted to make music. I just never had the drive, you know what I mean?
I understand that.
After we broke up, it's like I had all these like emotions, and I was just kind of like, I felt like
so.
That was a good way
she
to
was
get
the
it out.
spur for you to start making.
You could say that.
No,
yes.
no. Well, wait. You were making music before her, though.
Back in like high
so
school.
you were the horse, and she was the cowboy who stuck her boots in you to make you run faster. In other words, she spurred you.
There's a Christian in my boot.
I don't think I would. I don't know if I would have ever picked music back up if I didn't have like. Maybe there would have been something else in my life in the future that would have like sparked me to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like a catalyst.
If it's a passion you have, something will spark it.
We could argue that. Yeah, it probably would have happened no matter what.
Should we argue
the second
though?
I was born, I started giving a podcast to my parents in the doctor's office.
I was there. I saw it. I was the one there when I gave birth to him.
No, he was 9 years old then.
Yeah, no, I was the one that baptized him. I was like a 30-year-old priest at that point, I think.
Who is this creep and why is he touching my kid?
It's like he's gonna do great things in the future. He's gonna be my co-host.
I don't remember being baptized. I must have been drunk.
No, that was Uncle Phil. Sorry, he touched you too. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, man, that song's so good. I love how she rolls the end of her words. That's my favorite thing about it. You know what I'm talking about? How she rolls them?
Yeah.
That's not something a normal person, normal. You got to be a really good singer to be able to do that kind of stuff. That's
For sure.
like my favorite thing about the way she sings.
Honestly,
I learned how to roll my R's when I was being taught Spanish in high school.
Really?
What'd you get in that class? What kind of grade did you get?
I actually got very good grades in Spanish up until my senior year of high school. I took about 8 years of Spanish because elementary school we had Spanish.
8 years.
Middle
of
school
Spanish.
I had Spanish every year in middle school. I had Spanish every year in high school. Fuck you.
Just
She sounds way better than you.
She does sound way better than me.
I agree. Big facts.
Yeah. Solid, catchy song though, for sure.
It's really chill. It's definitely one of the more chill ones.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
But yeah, most of my album was sparked from those emotions. But
give me 1 second. Real quick.
Yeah.
Trenton, did you ever want to make music?
I got a question to ask actually about. I'm looking at the video right now.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that photo? How did you get that photo of her? Was it artistically drawn or was it like a...
That is a Fiverr drawn photo, my friend.
Really?
Yep. We've actually
participated in Fiverr quite a bit. Our intro and
you
our...
need to when you don't know how to do art.
Yeah, that's a good photo though. I like it.
You see the one of me too?
Yeah.
I'm not really a big fan of the one of me, honestly. I look like I'm about to cry in it. I look like I'm about to cry.
Sad.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. But
she's all happy and then I look like I'm about to like...
Yeah. I wasn't sure...
like write a sad song.
I wasn't sure if that was like a filter or on a photo or something. Yeah, I know you can do like artistic filters on photos.
Yeah.
You guys know the female filter on Snapchat?
Dude.
I've seen a couple of those videos.
I'm hot as fuck.
I look a lot better as a female. I will say that.
I'm hot as shit. So I'm growing my hair out.
Do you ever look in the mirror with this filter on and be like, man, I would have sex with myself?
I just think that regularly, but
I actually have
before the filter.
I have a kind of a funny story about that.
Ooh,
we gotta go.
Once I don't have a story.
We gotta hear
no,
this.
It's not.
Go ahead.
I embellished it way too much. It's not a story about me at all. It's like a 2-second story. Luke Ray.
One of our past guests.
One of our past guests. We'll throw back
4, 3, 5. Who knows?
Yeah.
Some weeks
We're
ago.
not gonna spoil this personal shit again because I'm not editing this part out either.
Yeah, we won't talk about his.
Yeesh.
He. God damn you, man. All right, so it's like 5 minutes in and 1 hour and 9. I need to do some editing. Sheesh. Anyway, he did a Snapchat filter of himself as a female and presented it to somebody he knows and was like, man, what do you think about her? And he's like, yeah, I'd fuck her. He's like, bro, that's a filter of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
His answer did not change after the reveal, did it? He's like,
no, he called him an asshole, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
He said, you're an asshole.
He's like, your point? Luke swipes to see a normal photo of him. He's like, I'd still do it.
I kind of want to just call the guy out by name, but I'm not going to do it. For so many other reasons, but
if there's any name I say on a daily basis, it's that guy's, and I'm still not gonna put him on blast like that.
Not gonna put him on blast, yeah. Shout out to Snapchat filters, yeah, ruining people's lives forever. Have you seen the older person one?
Yeah, that one.
I thought it was broken.
I look like I'm about to die
because I used it on myself and nothing happened. So I don't know what's up.
Doing
with that.
my best to not become an old person. I do not.
I actually looked a lot.
Trent doesn't look like he's doing his best.
No. I used the filter and I looked younger actually. It was pretty great. I use that as my new profile picture actually. Don't tell anybody. Catfishing, it works out sometimes.
Oh, so what initially? We already kind of talked about it, but what initially got you into music?
So when I was like really, really young, when I was like 10. I went up to Tennessee to my...
Tennessee?
Yeah. Because you're the
only 10 I
see. Yeah. You're the only 10 I see.
I was saving that for another week.
Okay, sorry.
No, but yeah, my grandmother's house. And her husband actually he had like a whole studio and stuff set up in his house. And I went in there, and no joke, I like sang a Bible verse as like...
His name wasn't Uncle Phil, was it?
Not yet.
Okay.
It can be if you want, though. We can shape the story to whatever you'd like.
Right.
For $5, I'll call him whatever you want.
I'd rather forget those memories, but go on.
Yeah, and I don't know how he got to like... I thought it was the coolest thing. I was like 10, maybe younger. I thought it was the coolest thing. And I guess that's just a sign that like making music is just like a passion inside me.
So when you saw our legit amazing studio when you came in today, were you like getting flashbacks?
that actually leads very well into my next question.
Of when my uncle touched me, or when I
no, not the traumatic flashbacks, the good ones.
So my uncle touching me.
Okay, yeah. There's one and the same. I forgot. My bad.
I think you touched your uncle.
This is a give and take system. It's not a.
Could you imagine reverse pedophilia?
Isn't that called necrophilia?
No, not at all.
Oh, wait, not reverse pedophilia.
So the kid is like making advances on an older person. Could you imagine how scared the older person would be?
Is that legal?
I don't know.
He gets arrested.
It's illegal. It's illegal for
terrorizing.
It's like
puts
getting
the kid in baby handcuffs. It's like get the baby handcuffs out, or put him in timeout for 10 minutes for an hour.
It's like getting punched in the face in high school and they suspend you for 3 days because you were in the fight.
You're not getting this juice box, son.
No, but seriously.
No Teletubbies for you.
It's like reverse pedophilia.
Like, dude, a kid could send anybody to jail.
The truth is, no matter what the guy says, he's donezo.
Exactly.
No, he touched me. Oh, sure. We understand. Sure. We understand. Yes, we get it.
You know, we were talking about slice of life anime the other day. Like weird animes.
Oh God.
We're
talking about anime, not hentai. Come on.
What about a pedophile dies and his spirit he's reborn as a child inside the body of a child?
So would he be very happy?
I don't know. What would happen?
He gets a little frisky during nap time.
Yeah, I guess that's the dream for a pedophile, right? You're a baby.
I wasn't frisky during nap time. I'd pinch girls in kindergarten.
Listen, you just triggered some memories of mine. I didn't have nap time. I must have grew up in the period of time that we didn't have nap time.
Today even. I'll go hide.
No. And I remember getting like in fucking 5th grade, and they're like, "Oh, they're doing nap time." Like in kindergarten. No, I don't remember nap time. Why is this a thing now?
I always had nap time. We had like 15, 20 minutes nap time. I think. Yeah.
My kindergarten teacher.
It was like my kindergarten crush. We put our mats next to each other and nap time.
Aww.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You should write a song about that, Jack.
I am not musical at all. I could give it a
if
shot.
Only we had somebody that
I know 2 artists that would probably be willing to take me on.
Take you on?
We should
do a mashup.
Well, we're all over 20, so it wouldn't be pedophilia or reverse pedophilia.
No, yeah. Do a mashup about your kindergarten.
No,
crush.
I would honestly, we could go for it. Give it a shot. Kindergarten crushes. I think that'd be a fun song to make, right?
Yeah. I just probably could get canceled off that. I feel like.
Yeah.
Is he singing this because he misses his kindergarten crush?
No, by no means.
So this is like a way throwback. You guys remember? This is a YouTube reference. There was a channel called Key of Awesome. Do you guys remember that?
Sounds familiar.
So they would do parodies. So they do parodies of songs. They did a lot of popular songs. And I remember there's an Eminem song with the Way You Lie with Rihanna.
I love the way you lie.
I love the way you lie. I'm almost positive they had a parody.
Wait, my favorite line in that song is, "Then I have to watch you walk out the window." That's why they call it window pane.
Yeah. I feel like we might get copyright struck for this, but at this point, I don't care.
Well, we're not monetized.
We're not monetized. I kind of want to bring this up. I want to see if I can find it because it was a parody of that song, but it was literally these kids that like in kindergarten. They had a music video and everything. Let me see if I can find it. Key of Awesome. I love the way you lie.
Wow.
I forget the name of it.
This Braille phone really come in handy right now,
yeah.
An old man.
Okay, so the name of the song is okay, so the name of the parody is actually they didn't change the name. It was I Love the Way You Lie parody. This is Key of Awesome. This is 10 years old, by the way. I didn't realize it's so old. It's 10 years old. 86 million views.
That must feel weird.
Yeah, feels like just yesterday. I'm gonna play a little bit of the song for you.
The hell is this?
This is a great. Do you like the song? It's not a YouTube ad at all. It's just like.
Oh my god! I do not want an ad on my podcast unless I am being paid to put it on here.
Here we go, guys. Because you guys probably aren't familiar with this, but this is what it reminds me of.
Why did you give me an Indian bird?
She's seriously trying to sing? Because I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, it's a parody song of All the Way.
This sounds like what I imagine Angry Bird sounds like singing.
I can't tell her that I like her. I can only shoot her with the spitball. She should know that it means the same thing after all.
It's kind of got the flow down, dude.
Yeah. This is a pretty good song.
She was a distraction from addition.
This is two kids that like literally in elementary school falling in love.
I'll never forget when I passed her that note, cause she checked the box yes, and that's all that she wrote.
This is Key of Awesome number 27, by the way. If you guys want to look up the archive.
The next day I saw something that I'll never forget. She was playing and laying with Kyle in the ball pit.
In the ball pit. The ball pit.
I said, you're a fart face, I don't like you no more.
Fart
I
face?
want you out of my heart, but you're stuck like a splinter. Goodbye,
Yeah, it's like
my mother's calling me for dinner.
elementary school parody of that song.
Dude, there's actually like a kid there.
Yeah, they did videos and stuff. You're not familiar? They're obviously kind of old at this point, but I remember seeing them on YouTube when I was a kid. Well, not a kid.
Dang, man. In the ball pit? That's the worst
That's
place.
savage, right?
That's savage.
Yeah.
It's actually like ruthless.
Wiping boogers on your jacket and backpack. I wish that it didn't. I wish that I could backtrack to the day before they made me sit
bro.
in the
It does, yeah. They're pretty good, man. I'm sure they're still doing stuff. but-
Wiping boogers on your backpack.
Yeah, Key of Awesome, dude. They're
My heart was a
pretty
kickball,
awesome.
then you suddenly caught it. I'm sorry, but there's something I must confess. It was me who ripped off your Nintendo DS. I felt bad and turned it.
That he's gonna rhyme with dress.
Yeah,
Ripped
yeah.
off dress.
It's just
Solid.
like it never
Nintendo DS.
happened. I dressed up as Weasley and you were Hermione. You said you had spells that could make me less whiny. You colored inside of the lines of my heart, cause you opened me up and then you cut a fart in my heart. I'm so bored with these games that we're playing. I
fart?
guess that's why they
Yeah,
call
cut
them board
a heart in my
games.
fart. Amazing throw, Jack.
I just missed another shot.
All
A lot
right.
closer though.
So this is I don't know. This is my brain. You guys remind me of this song because it's a parody of I Love the Way You Lie. It's like they're on a playground.
Her singing got better as the song
Where did I
went
Love the
on,
Way You
for
Lie
sure.
come from?
It's a good song, man. You guys should listen to this.
Maybe I Love the Way You Lie is a parody of this.
It could be, right?
It might be.
Yeah. I don't know. That was such a good channel. YouTube. That was a classic YouTube. 10 years ago.
That gave me a good question to ask you right there. Are there any? So you said maybe it's parody of this. That made me think of like Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
So are there any artists? I know Weird Al Yankovic is kind of a weird way to segue into this because he's an artist, like he makes music and stuff, but it's not like real music. I feel bad kind of saying that. It is real music, but it's parody, obviously.
Yeah.
So are there any artists that you really draw like inspiration from big time?
Yeah. So surprisingly, I like Owl City. You remember them? Fireflies.
I love Owl
I
City,
love
yeah.
Owl City. That mellow.
That song is a bop.
I love Owl City. I love Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's raps. I love his flow. Mac Miller. I love Mac Miller. Young Thug. I really like Young Thug. His old music. I don't like his new music. But Tory Lanez too. Honestly, it's kind of a combination of all 5 of those. Like little pieces of inspiration from them in most of my music. Kind of like all 5 of them. The raps from Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of them.
The chill beats from Mac Miller.
Yeah, that's a very good mix.
The melodies that Young Thug can hit.
It's a lot of variety.
The singing that Tory Lanez does sometimes. Owl City, the kind of like clean, really like playful lyrics. I kind of take a mix of like all 5 of those.
So are you planning on like trying to make this into a career or something, or?
No, so the one you played earlier, the Stay song, is actually like my last song.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I've announced. Okay, Mind Hops. I'm announcing my retirement.
What?
Right. This is right here on Mind Hops, exclusive.
Hey,
Hold up.
do
Time
that.
out.
No.
So our last guest, the week before this, also said that one time, and now has many more songs.
Is that really?
He did do that one time, yes. He said, "I'm not gonna make music anymore. I'm gonna make videos." And guess what? He has a lot more music out now.
Well, to be honest, I'm not saying I won't do it forever. I'm putting it down now since I'm going to college and stuff. And I'm just kind of burnt out because I did literally like 26 or 28 songs in a matter of 12 months. All that music was done within like 12 months.
Then slow yourself down, you know?
I think I've lost that initial love that I had for it.
Don't hang it up, man.
I'm hoping that maybe with some time off, I'll get it back again. And then I can come back to it and make like a whole different type of, vibe. Something new.
Cheers.
But
I'm actually pissing on the ground right now.
Pretty bummed about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of am too a little bit.
I think
I'm not rolling it out.
I was gonna say I think this is something you're passionate about, and I think in the future you'll pick it back up.
I put it down once and I came back to it.
Hey,
I'll come back to it again.
You're gonna come here first.
So,
too, right?
what do you record? What do you record off of? I'm curious.
So, I started actually recording some of it off of a phone app.
Yeah.
But you would never know because honestly, it sounds really good on there.
It does, yeah.
It's funny you say that because I have a very good. I'm not going to say story, but
of course you do.
Observation.
So there was about the first half of the album came off the app, and then I started to actually record on an actual mic and a computer setup because there is a lot of things that you can do on a computer setup that you can't do on your phone.
Right.
You can have a lot more layers. You can do a lot more different effects.
Editing's a lot easier.
You're limited on the phone.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But not a lot of people.
It's amazing what you can do on a phone.
If you tell someone like, "Hey, I record my music off the phone," there's a good chance they're immediately going to be like, "Oh, okay, well, you're not serious then." But honestly, the phone mic is very, very. It's a cell phone. The
Especially
iPhone mic
these
is very
days.
good.
Yes.
And there's programs on there that literally give you like basic stuff. And a lot. I still did a lot of like mixing and stuff on the computer, even when I used the phone app, because a lot of it you got to do a lot of post processing on there. But the phone, not that bad.
Phones are so
Don't discount it. Don't.
So our last and future guest, Mr. Blade Hall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not our last guest.
Has he explained what he records off of to you?
Yeah, he's actually the one that told me a lot
Literally
about
just his phone.
Yeah. He's the one that told me a lot about that.
He puts a lot of work into it. But
he's the one that told me the app.
He does do it just off of his phone.
A lot of props to Blade, man.
He is not going to be our last guest, though, guys. We're going to make it to 10.
Not last. I meant like before this episode.
Well, he isn't our last because Christian broke
Nobody's going to be our last.
Christian broke it.
This is not only going to last for Trenton Summers and Jack Brennan the 5th, but this is going to last for Trenton Summers the 2nd and Jack Brennan the 6th.
You're right.
They're gonna pick up the mantle.
This
podcast will never end.
You're right. I was gonna be dark and say, well, eventually it'll be the last. But you're right. I forgot we're carrying it on with our
legacy,
with our children's. With the kid that I found off the street, and I'm like, "You're mine now."
Trenton Jr.
Because I'm shooting dust.
Trenton
and I can't
Jr.
have kids.
and John Brennan the 6th.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my kid. I'll name him something else, but he can pick my mantle up. He can carry the shield, even though he's not.
He can pick up my mantle.
My mantle. Yeah. So speaking of shields, have you seen? I haven't seen. There's a TV show.
Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yes.
Oh man, I love it.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Show I'm on right now.
I don't know why I segued into something I have no fucking idea. I didn't see. But
you haven't seen it?
But I'm gonna do it.
You haven't seen it?
He doesn't have. He has no access to Disney+.
I don't have Disney+. I just feel like it's a good segue into other things we're gonna talk about.
Without spoiling. Okay, so Jack, have you seen it?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
So you've seen John take the shield. Do you think he deserves the shield?
Ooh.
Interesting thing here.
John Brennan, does he deserve the shield? I don't think he's.
No, it's a different.
So
John.
you've seen Avengers Endgame.
I've seen the entire MCU.
So
now,
when when Cap handed the shield over to Sam, the truth is, if this show started off with Sam having the shield, us as the audience, we're not entirely sold on him having the shield.
Sam's the Falcon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not that entirely sure we want Sam to have the shield, even though Cap gave it to him.
I feel like the Winter Soldier should have it, right?
So, no.
Why would,
Bucky's really tormented.
Bucky's the Winter Soldier for a reason.
Bucky's gone through so much unnecessary fighting that Cap would not hand him the shield like that.
I feel like Bucky's been around for the whole time. He's this OG homeboy, right?
He is, but
he's
very broken. He had a lot to work on.
So, Captain,
the Falcon though, shit too. Just like John, he's also not a super soldier. Well,
yeah.
I've heard some spoilers for the newest new episode.
I don't think
the
Falcon,
newest episodes.
I don't think Falcon has proved himself. I haven't watched the show from MC.
That's what this show is.
He's
this
proving
show,
himself
by giving the shield to John. They're actually making you want Sam to have the shield.
I wanted Sam to have the shield in the first.
They're actually making you realize he's Captain America.
I think it pissed everybody off whenever John came out with the shield. I think everyone was watching. He's
fake Captain America. Basically, he's
he eventually comes out agent. U.S. agent.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know who John is, other than the guy.
You wouldn't unless you read like every Captain America comic in existence, pretty much.
Well, I don't think he deserves it because I don't know who this guy is. Sam. I don't think Sam deserves it because from what I've seen.
Well, that's why you got to watch the show.
I don't have Disney Plus. There's too many streaming services nowadays. Like,
oh, is this what you're trying to get me into right now?
Yeah, there's just too many.
Oh, Trenton wanted to piss me off. He wanted some content, so he pissed off me.
No, I that's just my honest opinion. Like, back in my day. Day.
We just paid $100 a month for cable.
Yeah, we did, actually. Less than that, probably. I remember Netflix, the first streaming service, and I was like, yeah, Netflix, you got almost everything you needed on there.
Amazing.
And now it's like everything's fractioned into their own little... You can even watch The Office on Netflix anymore.
I could count like almost 10 streaming services.
You gotta have Peacock or some shit to watch The Office now.
They put The Office...
Friends
on
isn't
sale.
On there?
They put The Office on sale like the first of every year for like the whole box set on Apple TV. Dude, it's better just to buy it. We're not editing that out. I knew that would happen.
I'm gonna auto-tune that. We're gonna add that to
the
next
We
song.
can just auto-tune
your first song.
But
can we take part of this?
Just saying,
come back to music.
I crack my voice so much when I'm playing video games.
I do too, dude.
I don't even want to edit it out.
It's a part of me. Sheer emotional aggression, right?
It's a part of me.
It is.
It's that inner. What would be?
It's like character. I feel like young Peter Parker, his voice would crack.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing wrong with that.
It's me fighting.
You embrace
down
it.
That. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like a car.
Your inner child is still there.
A car with
that child from inside you.
A car with a few dents or scratches, and I don't think that's bad. It's like it's got character. It's been through shit. You know what I mean? It's not normal. You don't want the thing that's perfect.
So my voice crack shows.
Yeah, I don't want a supermodel with perfect teeth and like perfect everything. Like there's something wrong with her.
You're saying it's a sign of experience.
Yeah.
No, he's terrified.
You're old. You're old as
he's
fuck.
Scared.
Okay, no, I don't want to be you. I am
you've
not
aged
Trenton.
20 years in this little dome you've been in. I'm sorry. This is like the Twilight Zone.
Trenton, I now see everything you've had to go through as an old man.
Not quite.
It sucks,
but
man.
You've
I've seen some of it. I've not seen
a fraction of.
I've
You've experienced 1/10 of it in the time you've been here. No, I
1/10? You've only lived for 10 hours?
He's experienced 1/10 of what I've lived through. Yes. No, I told you it's the Twilight Zone. The time does not pass like normal in the podcast sphere.
You don't think so?
This is a quantum leap. Mind hops. We're jumping ahead in an episode.
I mean, that's usually jump back during this.
That is true. Yeah. We are ahead in an episode right now.
Yeah. We're jumping ahead in the future.
2 weeks in the future at the moment.
While we're at it, should we just record my episode from 2022?
Let's record your LP from when you come back from college.
Right here live.
Right when you get done with college.
There will be. I'll just say right here, the exclusive Mind Hops info. I will return to music. It's full. It really is foolish of me to rule this out because at this point, after I just laid it out to you,
it's gonna happen.
After we just laid it out, how much of a passion it is.
Quit music. You cannot.
I'm telling you, it's insane. It's insane.
That's a reference I just got today. I don't know if you picked up on.
I didn't. Where's it from?
That was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
But
where's it from?
Hang on.
It's a meme.
It's a meme. Hang on. What? Just filler. Give me some filler here,
John. Give you some filler.
I gotta find this.
Tell me about that the sailor thing. Remember that?
I'm not going to continue that.
Okay.
No, I can tell you about how pissed I am about streaming services, though. I pay for like 3 different streaming services.
You're pissed because I keep
and I still cannot find the worst movie ever created, Pacific Rim.
That's the best movie.
So
Fuck you.
I haven't seen Pacific Rim, but I want to, and I cannot find it on any of the like 6-7 streaming services I have access to, and it's ridiculous.
So before I play this clip that he's buying me time on, I just want to go back to this triggered me. He said Pacific Rim. Mm-hmm. You ever have people that say specifically Pacific?
Oh, dude,
that triggers
specifically.
My biggest pet peeve by a long shot is when people say I could care less. I will lose my mind. It is I could not care less or couldn't care less.
Right, here we go. We're going back to this reference.
Reach me with that hand. Reach me with that hand. Reach me with that hand. You cannot.
It's a self-defense video.
You cannot.
He has him in like the most baby hold, and the guy's like,
reach me with that hand.
He's like flopping his hand around. He could definitely reach him with that hand.
So
I guarantee he
you
could.
cannot give up on music.
What we do is take a small amount right off the top.
Hold on. What is this? Keep playing this. Hold on. What is this?
Part right here.
I don't know.
I want to invert this.
I want to hear this.
It says psychic.
Sounds like King of the Hill almost. Hank.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud.
No, keep playing this, please.
Warm it up.
What is this? No, don't turn that down.
That top milk, that cream, pure vanilla, sweetener.
He's clearly taste testing something here.
Please tell me the video zooms in on his mouth when he does it. It does.
It does. I don't know what that is. It's a playlist on YouTube, and it's like it just keeps going. It's actually.
Reach me with that tongue.
Richard, what's your favorite animal?
Reach me with that tongue.
I'm gonna play one more. I don't know what this is.
Richard, what's your favorite animal?
Richard's in deep thought.
He is.
I thought that was the video.
No, he's
What's
thinking.
your favorite animal?
Monkey.
And I know he went for King Kong instead of Godzilla.
No, well, yeah, he probably did. Richard, it's not somebody you would agree with. I saw the video. I wouldn't get in Richard's
You wouldn't agree with him?
No. No, I'm a Godzilla guy. No. Were you rooting for King Kong? Have you seen the movie yet?
I was rooting for King Kong.
I'm rooting for King Kong. Let's go! Finally, I outnumber somebody.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Even his own cousin, his own family was like,
bro, how can you not root for him after that movie? They literally build him up to basically be the hero. Like the way they're building him.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
You have seen it?
I have seen it.
Okay, Trent has not seen it, so we're going to calm down here. We don't talk about nothing over here.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
He has my HBO account.
I haven't tried
So you're just being defiant at this point.
No.
There is no reason not to watch this movie.
I have not been defiant. It's just other things.
Literally. It's going to be like months and months
from
now.
Nothing.
Attack on
nothing
Titan.
more important.
I've been catching up on Attack on Titan.
Okay, that might be more important.
Okay.
That is pretty good. You watch anime?
No, but to all my friends, that is
really
like the most
good.
important thing in there.
I was gonna say,
actually, our mutual friend Garrett got me.
Please don't mention Garrett and anime in the same sentence.
How long have you known Garrett, by the way?
Okay, so
this is one of our past guests, by the way.
He's like 4 episodes back now.
So I've known
10
Garrett
episodes, I think,
since second grade.
Second grade.
Second grade. What happened was he walked into class. This is actually a story.
And
I don't know if he wants me to tell him. No, he does that. He currently does that.
He's not going to listen this far into the episode. So
see, we're good. Now it's only the boys.
This is like the boys are the solid listeners. We're like hour and a half in. So
this is
nobody's
for the real
hearing.
ones.
This is the dead zone.
So Garrett walks in class and he sits in the back. This is the first time I've seen him. He's a new student. Sits in the back of the classroom. And we had these long, big wooden desks. Mm-hmm. And he raises his hand literally not like 10 minutes into class. Yeah. And the teacher's name was Mrs. Carpenter. Unuseful info for this story. But
an odd name nonetheless.
Yeah. Could she build stuff? No?
I don't know.
You'd be like, you're a fake.
Did she build you and Garrett's relationship?
You're a fake. I don't want to listen to you, Mrs. Carpenter.
Plateau, she built the desks.
Oh, okay.
But
that's why they were so long. Her experience was so good.
It was. So Garrett sits down at the table and he raises his hand 10 minutes in.
Her experience was so good.
He raises his hand.
Can you imagine?
And he says, Mrs. Carpenter, here it is.
No, Jesus was a carpenter, right?
Yes.
Did she know Jesus?
Was
that Christian school?
It was.
Let him tell us a story.
It was.
Go ahead.
Jack
the story's
gets 50,
thickening.
Listen, I have a bone to pick. Jack gets 50 stories per episode uninterrupted. Give me one uninterrupted, all right?
I'll
pay you after. I'll slip you $1.
Can I learn more about Mrs. Carpenter after this?
I knew this was...
What's her Facebook?
You turned useless info to the most important info. I should have known this would happen.
Sorry.
So Garrett raises his hand, and he asks, can I keep the desk? And she says no, and no joke.
I'll build you one later.
All she says was no, and he just starts bawling out crying. Literally crying, and literally, really? I turn around... I led the class in this. I just start laughing at him. I don't know why. I just start laughing at him. Everyone joins in.
You roasted him. So your best friend, you just roasted him alive.
Next thing you know, he's crying, literally, in the back of the classroom because he asked if he could keep the desk. Like, dang, man.
I mean,
at that point, I was
she's
concerned.
like, you pay bills on that desk?
Yeah. So you know how long it took me to build this desk?
At that point, I was curious if he just had a lack of furniture in his house or something. I kind of wanted to help him.
I think we should enlist Mrs. Carpenter to help enhance our studio.
We should make her a guest sometime.
Yeah.
I wonder, she probably had a lot of calluses on her hands.
Yeah.
From all the carpenting that a carpenter would do.
I have a lot of questions for her, but
what did it feel like to literally humiliate that young student in the back? Oh, I loved it. I loved it. She loved it almost as much as when I built desks.
She gave him a straight answer. She treated him like a fucking adult.
She's like, you know how much effort went to this desk?
You
need to learn what real life is like.
You're just going to think you can just have it?
You know, you see these calluses here? You know how long I had to work
literally
for this?
Like blood pouring from her hands. She's like,
you know how much I make off of Etsy for these desks? But Etsy probably wasn't around at that point.
Do you think Miss Carpenter offers Fiverr services?
He opens up the desk and it's her signature inside of it.
Yeah, and kids carve shit into desks.
Yeah,
you fucking.
I bet she gets pissed when she sees gum under the desk. She probably loses.
She's like, "That's my gum. I marked my territory. This is my desk."
How dare you, Mrs. Carpenter?
Mrs. Carpenter.
The gum is a perfect circle on the same spot in every desk. It's all her gum.
She puts the gum in there. Authentic touch to the desk.
Isn't that crazy? I thought the story here would be Garrett. The story was Mrs. Carpenter.
Mrs. Carpenter.
All along, that was the story.
We're gonna try to get her as a guest. I'm gonna send her some. Does she have social media? Probably not. Right.
I hope so.
She's at a Christian school. She's second grade.
She definitely probably has a Facebook. Yeah, she's in second grade.
She's in second grade.
Well, yeah, figuratively and literally, she is in second grade.
So super talented.
Oh yeah.
Next level.
I almost doxed you there. I'm not going to dox you.
Doxed Christian or me?
Yeah, he almost doxed me. He almost
all
said
of us,
school.
honestly. I mean,
I think your cousin doxed us pretty well.
Yeah, I guess we were doxed pretty hard.
I think our intro doxed us as well.
Would you be comfortable telling me what school it was?
Yes. I just took, honestly, I really don't mind. I just took a long pause just to see if everyone would give me a look. Yeah, it was OCA.
Oh, I didn't know OCA did elementary.
Yeah, elementary, middle school, high school.
I thought it was just middle and high.
Can I guess what the acronym stands for?
Go ahead.
I already know. I had friends that went there.
Is it Orlando Christian Academy?
Orlando?
I think it definitely, okay. Oh!
Maybe replacing the O with another place?
Okay, yeah.
Is that similar? Is that
You're right. How do you know these things, Trent?
I might have ran into her one night. I was going downtown. Yeah, drinking a lot.
Oh, don't say she was at a bar. She might get fired from Orlando Christian Academy.
Well, she was at a bar, but it was a weird situation. She was building the bar.
She was building the bar?
So that's arguably worse.
Yeah, she was not participating in the sale of spirits, but she was.
But her carving.
Well, the thing was, it was first built as a church, and then it became a bar.
Yeah.
So is she attempting to form it back to a church? Like, she building the pews again?
She built it as a church way back in the day. This is when Trent saw her, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw her when it was a church.
When she was building the church.
You know, it was on Church Street in Orlando.
Oh, yeah,
It's since turned into, this horrific center place that people drink and stuff. There's a lot of bars there. It's terrible.
She's really pissed about it. That's why she goes back every weekend and tries to build more pews, hoping it will turn back into a church.
Pews.
One day, Miss Carpenter will take back that sinful city.
And hopefully Garrett doesn't cry and think he can keep any of that furniture for free.
He'd be like, can I have this church?
Can I keep this?
And on this, I will build my church.
Garrett's turned into quite a boy, though, since then. Quite a man.
He's the boy, man.
Quite the boy man.
He's the boy man, yeah.
Boy man, yeah.
He's the guy, bro.
Yeah.
He is the guy.
The man boy.
I've never heard him curse either. We're going back to the
he
curse
doesn't
conversation.
curse and he doesn't drink also.
He does not drink.
Yeah. What a loser, right?
What does he do?
Grow a pair, right?
What is
Golly,
he doing?
man. What are you doing, bro?
Is he killing cats or something?
Golly.
It's almost like you guys have been friends for a long time.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
like you know that
second
guy.
grade. I think I might have became his friend because I felt bad he was crying. I was like, this guy
Well,
clearly
you
has no friends.
You kind of roasted him
fix
like
this.
extra hard and made him probably cry harder. You're the first one to laugh at him, right?
He will tell you. He specifically remembers me looking back and laughing.
So what happened after that? You ended up talking to him like, man, are you okay? Or
He's been like, hey man, pick yourself up. We don't do that around here.
like, hey man, I know someone who can build you a desk. It's gonna cost you a little
Instantly,
money.
his eyes got super wide, and then they dropped again when I said it was Mrs. Carpenter.
Does he have Does he have any wood furniture in his home? Have you been? To
I
his
have
man's
been there.
home?
I
Yeah.
can clearly
Does he have a
confirm
desk?
here that he sleeps and eats on the ground. He has no furniture. This is why he wants it so bad.
So, Mrs. Carpenter, when you say Mrs., you imply a marriage.
Well,
so there's
just because there's a goalie doesn't mean you can't score.
But
She was not,
I just want to say that this is
she
a
was
net.
not super devout.
Trust me, I don't need a teacher. Okay,
This is a net that I have been shooting on for many years.
Anyways, that implies the existence of a Mr. Carpenter.
It does.
A superior carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoa. That's not politically correct.
I guess
why
you're right.
Why is the man better?
Yes. Why is the man?
Because it's
considered the superior?
carpenting. It's woodwork.
So,
Come on.
Oh, so
True.
just
I guess he
carpenting.
could have taken her last name.
Yeah.
Mr. Carpenter could have been Mr. Doily at first or something like that. I don't fucking know. Anyways,
Mr.
my
Ice Cream
point
Man.
is, Mr. Carpenter was he a builder of anything? Did you ever meet Mr. Carpenter?
Did he teach woodshop?
He was actually the principal of the school.
That's a
Really?
that's a fucking joke.
No, he really was.
No fucking way.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Holy shit. We just
plot thickens.
unveiled a
Yeah.
conspiracy here. Mrs. Carpenter was the story the entire time.
Yeah.
What in the hell?
He was holding back on us.
Really?
Instead of a meth lab, they had like a carving lab.
A carving lab? They whittle little figures for kids.
Little crosses.
It's like witchcraft.
I didn't see that coming, dude. That really.
I didn't either. You were totally shooting
Yeah.
in the left field there.
I was just going
You
for
hit
it.
pay dirt. Who would have thought?
So that's how she became a teacher.
Yeah. I guess you could connect
That's how
that.
she got her job. She was just carpeting things, and then she met this guy.
Also named Mr.
Well,
Carpenter.
we don't even know if either of them had a maiden name before. So
I think it's better for the story to assume that both their maiden names
both
were
of them
always
were
Carpenter.
No, I feel like
that's why they got married, because they didn't want to change the last name.
They were named after their skills.
no, they were actually neither one of them were carpenters until they came together. It was like Dragon Ball Z. when
Yeah,
they had
it was
the two-
Mr. Carp and Mrs. Tur.
Yeah, they combined. And it was like
Their names were forced to combine.
Carp and Enter.
It was like
Mr. Carp and Mrs. Enter.
it was two. I was gonna say Pokemon like evolving together, but I don't think that's a thing. Like two fusions.
No,
to make one.
it was
does happen?
Slowpoke and the clam motherfucker. I don't know. his name.
Really? That's the thing. with
Yeah, they
Pokemon?
become something. I don't know what it's called exactly. I never played
Clam
Pokemon.
poke?
I played Pokemon Stadium. That was it, and I was on the N64.
I think it's
so.
clam poke. Poke of the clam.
I don't
know.
think.
Poke of the clam.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing in a lot of animes. The fusing things of two people fusing into one
agreed,
stronger
yes.
thing. So
Two become one.
to become one, yeah. They
So
became
two carpenters became one just massive, gigantic carpenter.
well, two carps,
A carp and
a
an
carp
enter.
and a tur.
Yeah.
Carp and an Enter.
Yeah, it was like you had two shadow people, and then he's like, "What's that Pokemon?" And then it was Carpenter.
That's one of my favorite fucking
Yeah.
videos. It's Pikachu. It's Clefairy. Fuck!
Oh my god, ear rape.
wow.
Sorry, turn
My
down
ear
your.
has lost its virginity.
Trenton, can you edit this like 2 seconds?
I'm
before
not
that?
editing anything
Turn
else,
down
motherfucker.
turn your speakers.
No. I've already got way too much editing to do. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I can't believe you threw that in.
Yeesh.
Bro. This ain't happening. I'm not fucking getting okay. Yeah.
Easy claps.
Easy.
Trash can.
This whole episode's getting in the trash can.
Are we
delete?
Are we fading out now? Are we about done here?
Yeah. I think
I'll keep going.
I think we should talk about it ending the episode during the episode. Sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean.
I thought you guys had some good questions to ask me. I feel like. Well, no, that sounds like a total diss to the whole podcast. I thought you guys had some
sounds like you're like rating us on the episode.
Wow, that's it.
That's it. This is disappointing.
Yeah, you want to
I
rate
thought you guys
us?
had
Go
some
on.
you were talking about some questions you were going to surprise me with. Was I surprised with them?
I don't.
Well, what questions were you talking about? I didn't know we had surprising questions.
I feel like I talked about mine.
You cover most of them.
Yeah. What do you got?
What I got?
Yeah. This guy's always got all kinds of. He's got a shirt with a bear and a surfboard.
I got a California shirt on right now. Anyways,
pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, I got a good question. Would you rather be a professional surfboarder or a professional skateboarder?
Or a lumberjack?
Definitely a surfboarder.
Surfboarder?
Yeah. Less injury. I fall in the ocean.
Yes.
You know.
You're right.
I got a question for you guys.
I'm kind of offended that you just ignored
I actually
my lumberjack.
I have to add on to that actually. My dad has a surfboard and I've gone out a couple times and man, it's pretty scary when you get dragged under the waves. It is terrifying.
Sounds like life threatening. Actually,
it's actually terrifying. Yes.
You don't know if you're gonna live or not.
Rip pulls.
I've skateboarded a lot. I've been hurt a couple times doing it. Nothing too serious, but surfing, I feel like it's one and done almost. Skateboarding, it's like you can get injured over and over again. You'll be in pain consistently. Surfboarding, though, you get dragged into the water in the riptide,
or
you could
shark. Yeah,
exactly. It's really
although
one injury.
Skateboarding, you could like snap your neck or something. Get hit by a car.
Well, it's possible to have a one and done skateboarding. You're right.
Yeah,
my thing
not
is
as likely.
You'll regularly be hurt. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know where I'm going with that.
I agreed for once. Sorry, one listener that wanted us to argue.
To fargue.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
So would you rather eat chocolate that tastes like poop or poop that tastes like chocolate?
Poop that tastes like chocolate.
So you'd rather eat poop that tastes like chocolate?
Yeah. I don't like chocolate.
What's your answer?
This is a lose.
Man, that's a pretty good question.
It is a good question.
I gotta say that's really hard.
Actually, can I revert?
Go ahead.
I think I'd go for chocolate that tastes like poop. I gotta say.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna revert.
There is a correct answer here.
There's a correct answer.
Surprisingly, yeah.
I'm sticking with mine. Chocolate that tastes like poop.
I would think the correct answer from a health standpoint would not be eating human feces.
My point is how public is this knowledge?
Yes, that's a good question.
How public is this knowledge?
Yeah, does everyone?
Is this streamed?
If I eat poop that tastes like chocolate, does everyone know I ate poop? Or if I eat chocolate that tastes like poop, does everyone know I ate chocolate?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It's not public knowledge.
I'd probably just do chocolate.
You just got to pick one of them.
If it is just me that knows and I can keep it to myself,
yes,
I would eat poop that tastes like chocolate.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
can I change the taste of the poop? Because I don't like chocolate either. So to be fair, it's a poop situation for me.
So here's the thing. At the end of the day,
you don't eat fecal matter.
You're still eating. I mean, you can make that poop taste like freaking flowers. I don't know if
not
flowers
healthy,
taste
right?
good. You're still eating poop. So even though you're better off eating, because at the end of the day, the chocolate can taste like poop all at once, but it's still chocolate at the end of the day.
I get that.
So at the end of the day, it's a matter of you're still eating poop over chocolate.
But I would enjoy eating the chocolate flavor.
So this transitions to the fact that you're okay eating something.
This transitions to the fact
you're okay
that
eating something disgusting as long as it tastes good.
Agreed.
So you'd rather eat something
I
that's
eat fucking hot dogs,
disgusting.
dude. I eat hot dogs and burgers. You think I give a shit?
I don't think that's really disgusting, though.
I think the fact that you said, "Do I give a shit?" is very appropriate.
That is
the situation.
Yeah, so that actually fits the situation perfectly.
But I think I would eat the chocolate because I don't like the taste of poop or chocolate. I don't know what poop tastes like, but
I mean, my thing.
I know I don't.
I'm the only one that knows, and I can brush my teeth and use mouthwash all I want afterwards. I just go for the poop.
I go for the chocolate.
Is
so
it?
Would you rather drink urine?
Is it Bear Grylls? With urine?
I mean, dude, it's going to be the same answer if you're telling me the urine's flavored like
every time you. So you would always take the disgusting.
Dude, I'm
thing
drinking
that tastes
beer
good.
right now. This literally is urine. Okay.
I'll take.
I could drink urine that tastes like urine and be fine.
I'll take the thing that's not human excrement. Yeah.
So you're gonna go with the.
I'll go with the other thing.
There we go. We might have an argument here. I did this for you, viewer.
What are my chances of catching some kind of disease?
All right.
You know.
I mean that's a left open thing.
And
you take that chance when you choose to eat
now
fecal
we're gonna
matter.
do the actual taste test, guys.
I actually brought a bag of my own feces here today. Sprinkled a little chocolate in here. I'm hoping it tastes like chocolate.
Where'd the spoons come from?
I'm hoping it has enough chocolate in it. You're gonna have to.
It's gonna be some German chocolate.
Is this alluding to your next song?
About my fecal matter?
Is it an R. Kelly song?
R. Kelly. Actually, he was more of a urine kind of guy.
Yeah, we'll go back to the urine.
Distinct difference, okay? So get it right.
I think nowadays he might be flipping over to the other side. You know? I don't know.
He's like, well, this got me in jail, so next time I just got to do
piece
fecal
of
matter.
shit.
Got him. Bingo.
All right, is that game set match there?
Checkmate.
every time I want to talk about ending the episode, you're like, no, it's not on the episode.
I didn't say that. I said checkmate. So that would be game, set, match.
Oh,
that would be correct.
So
love.
We ready for a dad?
Love 10.
Ready for a dad joke here?
Yeah, hit us with the dad.
It's a pretty dirty one. So sure, you're prepared for this?
No, give us the.
It's not about eating poop though.
Give us the PG version.
Go ahead.
I'm not giving you a PG version. Why don't they do reverse cowgirl in Alabama?
I feel like you've used this before.
It sounds really familiar.
Off recording.
Sounds really familiar.
You actually have used this during the Alabama clip.
This isn't good.
Oh.
Yeah, so
he's really limited. He's not as unlimited as we thought.
He killed me. He killed me there.
I'm just saying.
All right. No. We'll go for a longer joke then. I got a little bit of a long joke. So
thank God.
Show's more scripted than I thought.
Well, if it was scripted, he would have known.
I wouldn't have repeated a joke by accident.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this is proof it's not.
So you never turn your back on family, by the way, in case you were wondering what the punchline was.
He did say this one. I heard this on one of the podcasts.
This is a guy that the one of the 40 that listens.
This is probably our biggest fan right here. C-Raww is.
I am.
Anyways,
a big fan of me too.
Grandpa was sitting out on the porch one day, smoking a cigarette. And Jimmy comes by and he goes, "Hey, Grandpa, let me get a drag on that." Grandpa goes, "Does your penis touch your butthole, Jimmy?" And Jimmy's like, "No, it doesn't, Grandpa." And Grandpa goes, "You can't even eat my cigarette then." Next day, Grandpa is drinking a beer at the table. Jimmy comes by and says, "Hey, Grandpa, let me get a sip of that beer." And Grandpa goes, "You're Christian. You can't have any beer." I'm kidding. Kidding. Anyways, Grandpa goes,
I was wrong with the story.
Garrett.
Grandpa goes,
"You're Mrs. Carpenter. You can't have any beer."
"Does your penis touch your butthole, Jimmy?" And Jimmy goes, "No, Grandpa, it does not." And so Grandpa says, "Well, you can't have any of my beer then." Next day, Jimmy is at the kitchen table eating cookies. Grandpa comes by and says, "Hey, Jimmy, let me get one of those cookies right there." And Jimmy goes, "Grandpa, does your penis touch your butthole yet?" And Grandpa goes, "Well, yes, it does, Jimmy." And Jimmy goes, "Good, go fuck yourself."
Nice.
You've been listening to Mind Hops. Make sure to like, rate, and review, and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, follow us on Twitter at Mind Hops. From there, you can get updates and submit questions for upcoming shows. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.